that you can check out, that's fine too.
Hmm?
I said if you have any videos you want to check out, that's fine.
Word.
Yes, sir. I don't know how to make it so that we can view this. Well, I think a lot of people, they have the double screen so that they can have the work station over here
Yeah.
where they're like,
The dual monitor.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess
Hook up my monitor, you know, HDMI.
I guess that's
Did you hook up the HDMI?
computer. No, Mike, you see, these are the only two ports.
I don't know if there was one on the other side.
No, there's definitely not. It's just an audio jack. I know. So yeah, I guess we'll have to.
There's an audio jack on there?
Yeah. To try to make me feel better.
I don't know. Yes, I do.
I think our best bet would be investing in a new computer, probably.
New computer?
Oh. It might be the better option. So I know this computer is, but whatever. As long as it's working now, I suppose we don't have to figure that out. But yeah, as far as streaming goes, when it comes to this thing, that's bullshit. If we had the desktop joint, we for sure could plug the camera in. I bet it would read it. I bet it would be no problem.
Oh yeah.
We'll work up to that. If we can keep doing this consistently, I will make that investment for sure.
Sounds solid.
That's good. That can be a goal. We'll put it on the whiteboard up there.
Yeah.
I need a new place for the whiteboard up there. It's too high.
It's a very high whiteboard.
It's very high. We'll get a new place for it. But tomorrow you have off, I have off. We can get a smaller table and maybe I want to get the computer tomorrow. I can't do that. That is no. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. Alright. Yeah, we'll come up with a goal. And it doesn't have to be subscriber based because that's kind of difficult. But I don't know. If we can do it like a certain amount of time. Does that sound better?
What do you mean?
Like do a certain amount of streams.
Yeah.
And then start to invest in that computer.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
That sounds smart. Start putting things on the YouTube.
Yeah, because we don't want to just go all crazy from the jump. That would be wild. So, I guess my thing is what I guess I'll be doing on the side is maybe like chopping up clips of our reactions or whatever we do. I'll chop up and make some clips. I gotta get you your side more in a little bit more or something. Are you just like leaned in? Are you just like
I'm leaned in.
Cause I got my shit on.
Should I just move the camera over a little bit?
Ever so sad, no. Yeah, turn it that way. That's good right there. That's perfect. Let's see. I'm gonna have to move that out a little. Yeah.
It works.
All right. Huh. And we can, slowly maybe get some posters or something. Put some shit on the wall. Who the fuck knows? We can do whatever we want. Anyway. So we got the rolls cooking. You want to see why that pip shut down? Do you know why that pip shut down?
I don't know why that was shut down.
Okay, let's figure it out.
Are we already recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know about
I've
that.
seen plenty of power banks over my 15 years of reviewing tech, but this Ridge one quickly became a favorite. So this, a 10,000 milliamp hour battery that's already this small, is pretty clutch, but it's also pretty loaded.
That's
Built-in
why I'm
braided
paying
USB-C
because
cable
on the
and
computer,
lightning cable for
commercials
fast
are way
charging.
off
That
it.
just makes sense. But it can also
suck my dick.
In the 2000s and 2010s, DatPiff came out as one of the most influential platforms in all of rap. If you're a fan, you remember the days of scouring the site to discover new artists and check out new drops. Despite this history, by the mid-2010s, DatPiff's influence
And I think we have to,
absolutely
pause
tanked.
it
It went from the
every
center
so
of
often
music
because,
discovery to
we're
a
not,
barely functional archive site for old mixtapes.
copyright.
Its YouTube page hasn't posted in almost a year, and its IG is barely active, just posting random rap news every couple weeks, if that. So how could this have happened to a platform that at one point was the center of the culture? Find that out. Today we're doing a deep dive on
Okay,
the rap.
what's your guess? What do you think happened to it?
I'm thinking money problems.
You thinking money
yeah,
problems?
I'm thinking like just spent money on lavish things, did not find
Like
financially
like the
watch what he
owner,
was
the
spending.
CEO.
Yeah.
I think
It was investing in wrong things, you know what I mean?
I think they didn't choose to move on with the times. I think they had an opportunity to. Are they done?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude. I think they had an opportunity to maybe move to the future of music media, and they chose not to, and I think they got left behind. In the forum space, I think Spotify and things like Napster and LimeWire might have took them out. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, pizza rolls. Yeah, so I think there'll be like two things I make out of this. First will be the live stream, which eventually that'll be put private, and then I'll edit a video out of this, like long format video out of this, and then I'll make clips out of it.
Yes.
And shit.
That's how clips work.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Motherfucking Tostito.
Because people like long format too.
That they do. I tend to enjoy it.
Are they too hot?
That paint's probably pretty hot. I would have been messing with the table here.
This is fun. Oh fuck yeah. Ganga.
Fall of DatPiff. How did the platform first get started? What made it rise to prominence? And what caused fans worldwide to jump ship on it? My name's Pancho, the host of Rap Lore, and we're gonna dive into it right now. DatPiff.com, the next story. We're gonna take it from the very beginning of the story. What was DatPiff and why was it created? DatPiff was launched in 2005 as a mixtape platform designed to help getting your music heard was a huge struggle. You only had a few viable ways to do it. You could connect with DJs and have them spin your track, which meant chasing down DJs, building relationships however you could, and passing on your music. You could make physical copies of your project and hand them out, whether CDs or cassette tapes. You'd burn them and hand them out all over town. Maybe you could sell them for a couple bucks, but for the most part, rappers were giving them out for free. Next, you could do the show hustle and perform at local bars, clubs, small venues, and wherever else to take the mic. And lastly, you could tap in with local radio stations. Anywhere from college radio to big stations like Hot 97, radio could do a lot to move an artist forward. Now, all of these could work theoretically, but they all had major issues. Radio was heavily gatekept at the time. If you didn't know anyone in the game or had someone vouching for you, you weren't getting out. Simple as that. DJs were very picky about who they supported, and even if you got your music to them, they controlled how it was played, and often it wouldn't be in the way that you wanted. Printing physical copies was inefficient and expensive, often creating huge losses for artists that they couldn't afford. And shows could be cool, but unless you were touring and doing big venues, it really wouldn't do much for you. That local 150 cap venue wouldn't really move the needle for a rapper. There was one other wildcard option, LimeWire, the infamous peer-to-peer file sharing site. People definitely use this to share and spread music, but the reality is it was unreliable, chaotic, and extremely illegal. So illegal that in 2010 the federal government swooped down and got them out of here. All that to say, the avenues artists had to get themselves out there weren't the greatest. Two men from Philly, Marcus Fraser and Kyle KP Relly.
So remember downloading music on all of these sites, finding the right song that you typed in and all that, and then once you download it, it'd be a Soulja Boy's fucking song.
Soulja Boy or Bono. U2.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, U2. Yeah, Magnum Roche. Magnum Roche. I don't know who that dude is, but he was like on so many songs that I download. You just hear it out of nowhere. Or this was brought to you by Magnum Roche. And I'd be like, what the fuck was that? Is that
Like,
part of the
what
song?
is this?
Yeah, right, dude. That shit
You
was-
download the song and you get all the fucking taglines on it, and you're just all like, I know Lil Wayne didn't put this on the beginning of his songs.
No, Lil Wayne is definitely affiliated with Middle Eastern. He's got Middle Eastern connections. Magnum
Oh,
Roche.
shit.
I'm not AD Indian. He's got connections, dude.
He's got connections. He's tight with connections. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that, man. It's good times.
Right.
Recognized this pain rappers faced and built what they believed was a solution, DatPiff. DatPiff was made to bypass all the headaches of promoting music. All an artist had to do was sign up, upload a project, pick the genre, release date, cover art, add features, and send it off. The whole process could take as little as 15 minutes. This was game-changing for rappers. A process that used to take relentless hustle, money, and luck could now be done free of charge during a UPS shift lunch break. After the projects were uploaded, artists would take their links and post them all over their socials, Twitters, forums, blogs, and even MySpace while it was still a thing. The goal was to get as many downloads and listens as possible so the platform would push their project out further. DatPiff also had a ranking system within its platform. If a record was popular, it could get marked with one of three labels: hot if it was trending, featured if DatPiff staff manually picked it out, and certified after it hit milestones like 1 million downloads. Having a hot or featured project on DatPiff could be life-changing for an artist. It wouldn't give them money because everything on the platform was free, but the promotion could take an artist from the underground to the limelight overnight. Artists big and small recognized DatPiff's potential and started shifting their focus to building a buzz on the platform.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking
Imagine
about
not having
it. Meet
ads.
Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Remember those days?
Imagine
right where
not
you
being
want.
broke.
And watch
Remember when YouTube never had ads?
The biggest artists that made noise in the
Good
early
time.
DatPiff era mostly came from Atlanta's Trap Trinity: Gucci Mane, T.I., and Jeezy. Gucci was the standout among them in the mixtape scene, especially in the late 2000s. In 2009 alone, he dropped Writing on the Wall, Bird Money, The Movie Part 2, and The Bird Print. Fabulous is
These niggas
another
were a
artist from
big part of
Bedside,
my
Brooklyn, who
childhood.
made noise voice during this era. He launched his
Musically,
There Is No
yeah.
Competition series in the late 2000s that to this day a lot of fans say is better than his studio albums. However, none of these rappers were as big in the 2000s mixtape scene as Lil Wayne. Wayne's mixtape run in the 2000s was surreal. You had the Dedication series 1 through 3, the W. Carter collection, the Drought 3, and No Ceilings. That also doesn't include the full-length albums he put out in this time, like the Carter 2 and 3, like Father Like Son, the Rockstar album Rebirth.
Favorite Lil Wayne?
Right there, yeah.
What's
And
your,
so many people hated Rebirth.
that's your favorite?
It's not. I don't
What's
know
your
if it's
favorite?
My favorite.
What's your favorite Lil Wayne?
No Ceilings.
No Ceiling.
Yeah. No Ceilings 1 and 2 definitely had to be my favorite. Rebirth, I was rocking with it. I kid you not. It's an underrated album. The
Sorry.
Dedications was right there with it.
Dedications were good. I like those.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the Droughts.
The Droughts are fire.
Yeah, 1,000 Degrees on there.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite song. Maybe ever.
1,000 degrees or 500 degrees?
1,000 Degrees. Yeah, it might be my favorite Lil Wayne song like ever. Oh, I'm sorry. You got some paperwork to do?
No.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I was interrupting your studies, man.
I'm gonna look good on the evening news here.
Ah, yes.
No, I need to charge my phone.
Wireless charge.
Wireless.
I dig it.
I am not a human being. I don't think people realize how crazy Wayne's work ethic was during this time. That is an insane resume to have in just a few years. Anyways, it wasn't just the artists that popped off in the early DatPiff era. DJs who hosted the mixtapes also built
For
big
sure.
names by attaching
Green Lantern.
themselves to these projects. You had DJ Holiday, DJ Scream,
Scream.
Smalls, Who Kid, Green Lantern, and White Owl all making huge names for themselves hosting these projects. But the undisputed king of DatPiff DJs was DJ Drama. Drama launched his Gangsta Grill series in the mid-2000s and hosted some of the most iconic mixtapes ever in rap history. Wayne's whole Dedication series 1 through 6, Jeezy's Trap or Die, Gucci's The Movie and Mr. Zone 6, Fab's There Is No Competition series, and later on Meek Mill's Dream Chaser series. That is a crazy resume. With Drama as number 1, I'd probably rank White Owl as number 2. Instead of partnering with artists one-on-one, he launched his Drop That series stacked with freestyles from the hottest artists at the time. He put out new tapes every single week for years, from about 2006 to 2010. At the end of his run, he put out over 250 Drop That tapes, an output that I don't think we've ever seen from another DJ or rapper ever. He probably would have kept going, but sadly he battled with hypoleukemia, an aggressive form of cancer, and passed away in 2016. Without that illness, he realistically could have put out 1,000 tapes in his life. White Owl's hustle, along with other DJs and artists I mentioned above, laid the framework for DatPiff to explode. Sadly, there's no published records to see how many users it had, but culturally, it was on top of the world. I know from my experience, I was checking on DatPiff for new releases way before I would go to iTunes or a record store. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for DatPiff. They had fierce competition in the mixtape market. The biggest competitor for years was Live Mixtapes, a very similar platform that launched in 2006. Live Mixtapes focused heavily on Southern hip-hop and often had exclusive drops from Atlanta rappers. Despite Live Mixtapes having the South on lock, DatPiff stayed number 1 globally and kept winning going into the 2010s. This decade kicked off a new wave of artists coming through and taking over the mixtape game. The biggest ones were Wiz Khalifa with Cushion Orange Juice, the Cabin Fever series, Taylor Allardyce, and 28 Grams, Mac Miller with Kids, Best Day Ever, Macadelic, and Faces, Meek Mill with his legendary Dream Chaser series, one of my favorite mixes.
Yeah. Yeah, Wiz Khalifa and see? It was like 6 tracks, but it all felt like some little Havana kind of vibes, you know what I mean?
I think I might have heard a few joints from that.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and revisit that.
Series ever. Chance the Rapper with 10 Day and Acid rap. Future with, oh my god, so many tapes. Dirty Sprite, True Story, Streets Calling, Free Bricks, Monster, Beast Mode, and 56 Nights. That's still only like 25% of his catalog, maybe even less. And lastly, Chief Keef with Bang Part 1 and 2, Back from the Dead Part 1 and 2, and Almighty So. These artists all dropping mixtapes around the same time created the golden age for DatPiff. From the early to mid 2010s, DatPiff became the #1 place to discover new artists, new sounds, and projects. DatPiff had the game fully on lock. However, by the mid 2010s, several things started happening at once that all threatened DatPiff's spot at the time.
And we are calling it iPhone.
First, fans' consumption habits started changing in a big way, sparked by the smartphone boom. Despite the fact the first iPhone came out in 2007, it took a few years before the world really adopted them. That really took place around 2013 and 2014. Let me know the first iPhone you had in the comments. I was late to the party. My first was the 5S in like 2015 or 2016. With everyone now using iPhones, people wanted to discover and listen to tracks right on their phones instead of downloading all these files from their computer. DatPiff responded to the shift by launching their mobile app around 2012, but it was honestly it was clunky, unreliable, and looked extremely dated. Fans dealt with it for the time being until a new kid on the block popped up, Spinrilla. Spinrilla launched in 2013 and took the same approach DatPiff did, but designed their whole platform for mobile use instead of desktops. It was the first platform created specifically for phones, and it was a big hit with younger listeners. This created the first mass jump ship from DatPiff. By 2015 to 2016, the two platforms were basically neck and neck with users, fighting hard for the market share. Me personally, I jumped ship and I only went back to DatPiff if I couldn't find a tape on Spinrilla first. It was just so much better and smoother to use Spinrilla. This was the first big threat to DatPiff, but not nearly as extreme as the other ones. The next big threat for the platform was the explosion of the streaming model. Everyone knows what streaming is today. Between music and video, you probably have a good 3 to 5 or more streaming apps on your phone. But people don't know, streaming has been around for a while. It was first conceptualized in 1993 by a company called RealWorks. They put out a platform called Real Audio, which was the world's first ever streaming service. It was slow and clunky, but it worked. Apple's iTunes Store was the next iteration of streaming. Released in 2003, iTunes let you preview songs on the store, and if you liked a track, you could purchase it for a small fee. This was followed up by Pandora, YouTube, and then more modern streaming platforms like Spotify in 2008. When iPhones began blowing up and the internet became faster, streaming became a viable way for people to listen to music on the go. It was also the cheapest way. Fans paid a monthly subscription and had access to the platform's entire library of songs. This was much cheaper than buying CDs or individual records on iTunes, so fans adopted it quickly. Now, this was great for listeners, but a nightmare for platforms like DatPiff. Streaming made music so accessible and so easy that fans didn't have much of a reason to go to DatPiff. Even if a project was a DatPiff exclusive, fans began seeing it as too much work to leave Spotify or Apple Music to go to the platform. Then on top of that, artists and labels were getting paid for streams. Although it wasn't much, like 0.004 cents per Spotify stream in the States, it was better than nothing at all. Since fans preferred the ease of use and artists would make more money dropping on DSPs, it undermined the whole reason why DatPiff existed. You didn't need mixtapes to build a buzz anymore. You could do the same thing on a quote-unquote better platform and get paid in the process. Sometimes certain songs that couldn't be cleared by labels or just leaks would pop up on DatPiff, which gave people some purpose for the site. But then they'd show up on SoundCloud, the new free streaming platform that fans preferred for its better interface and ability to comment and repost songs. All these factors, plus the fact that DatPiff's mobile app was still respectfully ass, pushed the site out of relevance. By 2017, people saw no point on going to the platform, and its traffic sharply declined.
They didn't really have the technical ability to even maintain what we were already doing.
For the next few years, fans watched the platform they loved and admired crumble apart. The traffic kept dipping, which meant less ads shown to fans and less income month by month. With the money slowed up and probably a deflated spirit in the business, the company just gave up. They stopped maintaining the site, making it buggy, outdated, and unreliable. And in 2019, things got really bad for them. With their backs against the wall, DatPiff made the decision to sell themselves to a private tech company called Media Lab. If you don't know what Media Lab is, because I definitely didn't before researching this video, this is basically what they do. They buy legacy internet platforms that have fallen from their peaks but still have somewhat of an active user base. They then strip down operations to have it running as lean as possible and then fill the whole thing head to toe with ads. This keeps the cost tiny while milking the platform for every dollar possible. They ran the same play with Kick, Whisper, Genius, Imgur, and now DatPiff. A brand selling to Media Lab is basically them waving the white flag. When the business becomes too to run, Media Lab swoops in to exploit it. This really put the nail in the coffin for DatPiff. Media Lab laid off the entire growth team and moved all their energy towards preserving the site history. The platform became so neglected that in March of 2023, the whole site went down for a month and a half. Fans everywhere thought it was the end. DatPiff came out and said tech problems caused the shutdown, but the reality was very, very different. What really happened is they teamed up with a site called Internet Archive to save and protect their catalog for years to come. The goal was to get its 300,000 plus mixtapes off of the platform and host it at another place. That way they wouldn't have to pay crazy storage and bandwidth fees for the site, cutting costs even further. When this was done in late 2023, Media Lab officially let the site die. If you visit it today, you're met with this corporate message front and center. Embrace the next generation of DatPiff. We're evolving beyond our website and app to take DatPiff to the next generation. While we're working away on the next iteration of DatPiff, we've partnered with archive.org to continue to make the library accessible. We'll have more to share soon, but in the meantime, make sure to follow us on YouTube and Instagram to stay on top of new mixtape releases. Click the button below to be redirected to archive.org, and if you have any questions, please reach out here. Given the fact that this message has been there for over 2 years and the socials are completely dead, I don't know how much I really believe it. Regardless, it's there. That's what DatPiff has been reduced to. The craziest part about this is that DatPiff's ending was actually a lot less dramatic than some of its competitors. Some of them jumped ship and survived. Live mixtapes and my mixtapes both pivoted from downloads to streaming, and Live Mixtapes was even able to keep up its old catalog of classic records. They weathered the storm and made it through the other side. Spinrilla, on the other hand, is a whole different story. The federal government came down on them hard. Once streaming picked up, it became a huge part of record labels' business model. Because of that, they saw mixtape platforms as competition that hurt their bottom line. In order to take the competition off the board, Sony, UMG, and Warner all partnered up and sued the shit out of Spinrilla. They actually sued all mixtape platforms, but the Spinrilla case had the most drastic result. The basis of the lawsuit was Spinrilla allowing copyrighted songs on their website. Now, this was technically true because artists were rapping over unclear songs and samples and putting them out as mixtapes. That was the whole point of the mixtape, and Spinrilla just happened to be the place that they were hosted. The lawsuit was filed in 2017, and the courts ruled against Spinrilla in 2020. In 2023, it was calculated that Spinrilla owed $50 million in damages for having over 4,000 copyrighted pieces of music on their site. On top of the judgment, they were forced to shut down their site, and the CEO, Jeffrey Copeland, was permanently banned from running another business like it again. That is a bad day. Despite the sad end for DatPiff and the mixtape era in general, the platform is still legendary in the culture. It leveled the playing field for rappers again in the game, and it was the vehicle that helped tons of our favorite rappers blow up. Without DatPiff, it's possible that we would never know Wiz Khalifa, Meek Mill, J. Cole, or Nipsey Hussle. There would have been no realistic way for our favorite artists to get
I
on.
guess it's pretty much they just couldn't, like, get with the times, which I understand that. They couldn't get with the times. They
couldn't keep up with the times.
Yeah, they couldn't keep up. I mean, the streaming era, it dominated, bro.
Quickly.
It dominated. If y'all could have got a good app going, maybe, and pivoted to a little bit of a better kind of interface, add lyrics like Genius, add commenting like SoundCloud, I think this could have still been around, but it seemed like they were fucking off. That sucks. DatPiff, rest in peace. Maybe legendary.
DatPiff.com.
Massive Secret Hideout.
Okay.
See what's going on.
No, please, we can't afford this. We can't afford this sale. We can't afford it. No, we can't. We can't afford this
I'm not
sale.
gonna
We
lie,
can't
I'm
afford it
pretty
now.
sick of these car tape.
Was missing from the driveway. So next,
Internet
they
dealer.
started to talk to his neighbors to see if they knew any.
I've heard people have had bad experiences with it. I'm not talking shit.
Really?
But that's just what I've heard. That's just what I heard.
I've not heard anything like it, and I was curious about the brand myself.
Just some people have said that it doesn't like last long. Not that they've had
Sarah
like
Evans.
irritation or
Just
anything
found the
terrible.
body of her
Just
good
that
friend Benny King
like it
covered
didn't, like it didn't last.
It didn't last.
But I'm not talking shit on Carpet. Carpet is sponsored. You can subscribe to me. I love it. You know. It's close.
Them too.
It's close too. It's close enough.
This is Sarah Evans. She's just found the body of her good friend, Benny King, covered in blood inside his own home. The killer, however, was nowhere to be seen, and every witness they had blamed somebody different.
All I know, he was skinny. You got about 6 foot, 6'5", black.
A young guy. He's a young white guy. Did you talk to him? She's taking all his money.
Weeks later,
taking all my
another murder
money.
happened across town
Man, we're
in
investigating
exactly
murder.
the same fashion. They now had a
Did you
serial
talk to
killer on
that
their hands,
bitch?
and they had to do everything they could to figure out who it was and where they were hiding out before they killed again.
Cool. Yo, shout out Dr.
It all
Insanity.
started on April 8th when Akron police received this phone call.
Akron 911. What's the location of your emergency? Oh my God.
Deep breathing.
Oh my God.
Immediately, police
Big
rushed to the
dead.
scene.
What are the chances this bitch killed him? Pretty high.
I'd say about a good 65-70%.
Pretty high.
The ground
always
floor had
boring,
been
but she
ransacked,
tested
but it was
of
the scene upstairs that had terrified
That's the
Sarah.
first before she-
Upstairs,
He has
they
the
found
forensic
her
reports and all of it.
69-year-old Benny King,
she was hands on.
and cops would find that he'd been stabbed 33 times.
Three? I really did not like that.
This nigga said I have not touched him. I said I touched him. Just see if he was stiff.
So you touched him.
So you
Initially,
touched
the
him.
cops had no idea what could have possibly happened to Benny, but as they explored the house more, a clear picture would slowly be painted of exactly what had happened. His bed was absolutely soaked in blood, and his walls were covered in it too. Police presumed that Benny had been attacked in his bedroom before he crawled into the hallway, begging for his life, where the killer finished the job. The majority of the cuts were to his head, neck, and upper body, but there were a few wounds on his
If I
hands
ever
as
die
well,
and end up on a
indicating
show
that
like
Benny
this,
had
don't ever
reached
say I was
tried
back
to
into my
fight
life.
back.
You don't know that.
But in just a few weeks, this
Don't do me
exact
like that.
scene would be found across town in an identical murder. For now, though, what police found in the
Embarrassing
kitchen
after, like,
was
just
even
watching
more
it
bizarre.
up there, just like,
He was saying, "Oh God, I'll do anything. I'll do anything." It's like Jesus Christ.
and she's repetitively stabbing him.
He was struggling for survival aren't good enough.
Oddly, though,
He's
nothing
begging for
seems
his
to have
life.
been
It's
displaced or stolen. Something very strange is going on. So the cops turned to the person that discovered Benny's body, Sarah Evans, who had some crucial information that would start to spiral this case into a complex mystery.
Alright, Sarah,
the back door that you found?
So that's the bitch that ate the other bitch money?
When I come back to run through, this door was locked. When I called you, when I come back up, the front door was unlocked.
Okay, so you actually here this
No,
morning
it doesn't look like that.
at 11:30, and you spoke to him then?
No, I didn't see that. I thought you were laying down taking a nap.
She doing that
And then you came back a little bit after 1, that's when you found the door open.
Yeah, it was unlocked. The back door was unlocked too.
Does he usually keep his doors locked?
So I said he locked it.
a lot of
He had-
motherfuckers.
As soon as he gets up in the morning, he unlocks it.
Yeah, good.
Imagine never brushing your retainer again. Just water
Good.
and the touch of a button.
People want to.
Outdated cleaning
don't
methods
have a
have
retainer.
dominated our routines for far too long, compromising on either scrubbing
I
power
don't know
or
why
proper
it's
sterilization.
advertised.
Our team of engineers knew there had to be a quicker, easier, and a
Oh,
more
yeah.
Was the dog out when you got here?
Wear that for
That's why I never seen the stand
I
up.
haven't worn it in a long time.
Detectives
Otherwise
then
my
asked
teeth
Sarah
will
if she
check
could
out
think
what
of
they
anyone
have.
who had any issues with Benny.
They do
That's
that?
when she mentioned two brothers, Justin and Johnny, who were often seen visiting Benny. Sarah also told them that they had ongoing problems
my
with
teeth are
Benny
kinda stiff,
and
but-
were sometimes seen fighting with each other. In fact,
That's lovely.
their most recent argument resulted in Benny chasing them off his
Yeah, I
property
mean,
with
you
a
can work
shotgun.
out for,
Justin
uh,
also is on the
long
lookout for a
time.
way to make
Love to
money
see my crooked
fast.
smile.
So it's
some people
rumored
don't
that he'd
need,
stolen
you know,
something of
invention.
Benny's and pawned it,
But,
causing
you
all
don't
these
take care of
arguments. Police figured
Uh,
they finally had their
hygienically, you
suspects,
trap
but that's when
bacteria
Sarah
and
mentioned a
possibly
suspicious vehicle that had been
Yeah,
spotted
yeah.
outside Benny's house right around the time of his death.
That was up through here
Yeah, not
earlier
like
today.
a today
This morning, I guess. And sped away. And come back. I was earlier this morning. And come back. And sped
No,
away
I can't
again.
afford
He
that
said it was a younger white guy driving.
Went off the ventilator.
A guy. I can't tell you because he's in trouble. He's out of work.
Okay, so
what's the
serious
source for
crime
it?
here.
I have no idea. So I've done this to
Right
the
here,
information I was getting.
not bad.
This seems like vital information, but the only guy that saw it is quite literally on the run from the cops with outstanding warrants. So the officer tries to see if he can strike a deal.
Okay. I'll tell you what. There's a detective coming. Okay. I understand you guys has some warrants. If it's possible that we can guarantee we're not arresting him, not doing anything, would you guys can go ask him if you want to talk to us then?
Ordinarily, a fugitive would never agree to a deal like this, but because Benny was such a nice and respected guy in the neighborhood, he comes outside just a few seconds later to tell the cops everything he knows.
What do you know, Benny?
What a respectful guy.
What do you know?
My friend's porch, and I saw this goldish, older style Hummer, big body Hummer, speed away from over here. I didn't hear no noises like gunshots or anything. Okay. How about what time was that?
He looks like he used to be mad.
10:30, 11ish. I was up here.
Maybe 12?
Yeah, he looks sober.
No, it had to be like,
I was up here 11:30.
okay, it had to be about 10:30 or something.
Good for him.
Okay, so between 10:30 and
Because then
11.
I heard her
Six
screaming
weeks
about something and all this. So then
Okay.
she discovered
Hold
that.
on to it.
That vehicle
You've never
right
seen
here.
that car around here and nothing? Did you ever see who's driving?
A white male,
Okay.
blondish, short hair,
Short.
kind of
Keeps it in
like
the
yours. I would say anywhere from his mid-20s, 30s. He's got around the corner so fast his tires are squealing. Okay. What the hell?
If the car had shown up around 12 that night, that's right in between Sarah's two visits to Benny's house, the exact window where Benny was murdered. And with how the car was allegedly driving, it really does seem as though this Hummer had
Guilty.
something
Throw
to
that
do
bitch
with
in jail.
Benny's murder. They just need
Yeah,
to figure
sounds
out who
pretty
was
guilty to me.
inside. And conveniently, a
How'd you
neighbor
get that big
overheard
car
this conversation and told the police that he knows a man in the neighborhood that drives a Hummer exactly like the one described. Unfortunately, he doesn't know the guy's
Selling
real
her body.
name, only his nickname, Jaybird.
You're just assuming Jaybird being connected to a Hummer.
Correct.
You don't know.
Right, and I don't have any personal knowledge about that, but I know that I've seen him many times with
With the Hummer.
Hummer.
What color?
Roughly that truck. Dusty Gold.
So you've seen Jay Bird driving the school
before, yeah.
Okay.
It sounded like this Jaybird was a prime suspect, but nobody on the scene right now was able to tell them his real name. But before they're able to figure it out, they're confronted with a fourth suspect, and it was the last person that anyone had expected. This is Benny's daughter, Patricia, and as soon as she showed up on the scene, she seemed to already have her mind made up about who the killer really was.
Oh God. Already with the fireworks, the waterworks.
Did you talk to down there? Let me say this finally. That lady down there has been paying his bills. And she's been taking all his money and not paying on his bills. So the gas bill I have not yet paid.
We don't have a bill.
So I don't have a bill to send because she's not giving him the bills. She's keeping them. She is writing on the receipt what she is supposed to pay versus what she really paid. And this has been going on for over 3 months. So she's been working on for 3 months. He's never had a bill and he never paid in full until this lady down the street decided that she was going to help him. She was trying herself to help him by taking his money.
What are you talking about right now?
That's right. She's talking about Sarah. Apparently, since she's taken over paying Benny's bills, they've all either been late or underpaid. Patricia is certain that she's been stealing money from Benny this way, and in fact, she thinks she might have stolen even more, too.
And his money better still be in there because I know exactly where it's at. It's in a cabinet in his kitchen and a coffee cup.
It's always in a cabinet in the kitchen and a coffee cup. Y'all all put it in the cabinet in the kitchen in a coffee cup. Or a coffee tin or some shit like that.
It's an old school thing. You wouldn't get it, man.
I wouldn't get it. What do you mean? I'd walk right into the fucking house and grab it.
I'll be right back down with you.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't know you were a burglar, Mike.
Shit.
Sorry.
I'd be like, hey, you want me to make a cup of coffee? Oh, that's not coffee, but it can get some. I'd say that's burglarized, but it's always in the fucking coffee tin. Pay attention.
No, it's in a container like this. It was in here. So whoever did this knows exactly where he is. And she's one, and Johnny's still the two that come down here. Those two are the suspects. I'm telling you, there's nobody else. Them two.
Everything is starting to fall into place. It now makes sense why the cabinets were flung open. Whoever killed Benny was looking for money. And that's not even the biggest revelation the cops are about to have. Not even close. Currently, they have 4 suspects, and any one of them could be their killer. Each one of these could take days to interview and process, but with every hour that passes, the killer is getting closer to finding their next victim. Luckily, after talking to another neighbor, they were given some vital information that cut down their search just a little bit and sent them in the direction of one man in particular. They were able to discover that Justin, one of the suspected brothers from earlier, had a nickname, Jaybird. The money, the gun, the drugs, the Hummer, everything was lining up. In the cops' minds, this could definitely be the killer. So to ensure they had all the information possible, they started interviewing his brother, Johnny, so that when they got around to Justin, they'd have no trouble getting him to confess.
Oh, hell, probably afternoon, I took my dog over there so you could see him. Me and my wife did. I had her take the dog around back. Then I brought the dog in for a couple minutes to pet it. He got pissed off about something, so we left.
What did he get pissed off about?
He did.
What did he get pissed? What was he pissed
that little
about?
dog he's got, he don't like no other dogs. You know what I mean? Being around his little dog, 'cause he's afraid the dog's gonna eat him.
Do you go over and see him quite often?
Yep, sure do. Go over and drink a beer with him just about every day.
So you last saw him yesterday about 7:30 in the evening, or?
Yeah. What's this all about?
I mean,
he's dead.
That's legitimate.
You gotta be
He's probably
kidding me, dude.
No, I'm not.
You know,
Probably
Oh my God.
he's not wrong to me.
I gotta go down there, dude.
The cops figured this reaction to be genuine, and as they talked to him more, they became certain that Johnny didn't know anything about the crime. But that doesn't mean his brother is innocent. In fact, what Johnny is about to say actually makes the cops even more suspicious.
suspicious.
Who is Justin?
Yeah.
Brother.
So
Okay, when would he have seen him later than
But I
you
can
had?
have a
He ain't been a lot of
it's not like
If somebody said they saw him down there, that wouldn't be true.
I don't know. When I go down there, my brother ain't there.
Usually, Johnny and Justin would go and see Benny every morning at around sunset, and that's been the case for the last 3 years since his wife passed away. Johnny can't think of a reason for Justin to be down there so early, especially not on his own without telling him. Johnny was even able to provide some extra details about the disagreement they had recently, proving to the cops just how heated it had gotten between them.
He told, look, get away from my house. Don't you ever come back again. He said, as long as
audio
4 or 5
inputs.
times on this bull junk stuff that you bring me, I'm on a fixed income here.
Yeah, but this is also coming through, so it's like muddled.
He physically pushed him?
But,
By this point, the cops had already heard all they needed to hear. 18 hours later, they managed to track down Justin and would bring him in for interrogation. Justin was left in the interrogation room for around 45 minutes before the interrogation began. This is a tactic used, among many others, to make Justin feel as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah, it's way over. But I'll make sure it's. I mean, we could do it now. But I'd have to look up my face on my phone connected in there. Sure.
My brother, more or less like a stepfather, pretty much.
Yeah.
Took a stick and give me $1, a cigarette, or something.
No, there's nobody. No. Yeah, don't.
Oh yeah, that was a year.
Yeah, when I was trying to get on my grind, I was getting people, man. I was on Twitch. I was
Seems rather straightforward from Justin's perspective. He had exactly the same nice things to say about Benny and doesn't seem stressed out or anxious about being here. He's leaning forwards towards the detective instead of instinctively pulling away. He's maintaining eye contact when he can, and his tone seems deliberate and genuine. Everything about how he's presenting himself is relaxed, as though he's just trying to give the detectives what they need and get out of there. But unfortunately, just saying you didn't murder someone isn't enough for the cops, so they decide to confront him with the evidence they've gathered against him.
We stopped everybody here except for one person that they said he banned from the house.
No, I can only do a certain amount of trips before I settle.
Yeah, so on your yeah, it was over money, but no, I was with my brother that had something. I told you very clear with my okay. Yeah, he told my brother, he's like, I should take my shotgun.
Some people do too, so we did a lottery season in one day. Just started tasting different.
He never had a problem giving me money.
Like I just get so much of it, I noticed
He was a
like
good guy.
different flavors that I just can't ever ignore anymore.
Justin was banned from the house, and there was an argument over money. But it doesn't seem like he held that against Benny at all. But the detectives find this strange.
No, I mean,
all the signs pointed towards Justin being
that is
the
the
killer.
reason why
But now he
doesn't
seems
taste
like he had
used
no
to,
issues
but
with Benny at all.
as far as my
But they've still got
issue
their
now,
main piece of evidence, though.
was
His
from one
Hummer
receipt to
was
the
seen
other.
at Benny's house on the morning of the
one
murder.
receipt was good,
That
was good,
had to
and
mean
then I
he was lying this whole time,
I was like, what
right?
am I eating? It's like, I can't do this.
Start tasting like chemicals.
We have got to the point
Yeah,
where
it tastes
literally
like
anybody
chemicals.
could be
Like, I
fully
eat
working
so
out
much
without
of
knowing
it
how to
that I
code.
just, like,
This is
started
base 44.
noticing all of
This is the first look at the current
other
industry-leading
flavors
AI
in
app
there.
builder, and you wouldn't believe.
That'd be kind of cool. Just turn me
If you watch any interrogation where a guilty suspect is confronted with a piece of valid evidence, their reaction is always very stiff and short. They try and deflect it immediately by saying no and explaining exactly why that could never be the case without showing a hint of emotion. Justin is an ex-convict that works various handyman jobs jumping from place to place. He doesn't need to explain why he doesn't own a $40,000 SUV. His facial expression when he's asked, alongside the way he laughs and jokes naturally about the concept, is enough to tell the detectives he was telling the truth. They still didn't want to discount him completely as a suspect, but they did figure that if he wasn't the killer, then he might at least be able to help them out. So they asked who he thought might have been responsible, and his answer was someone they were very familiar with. Sarah.
Dude,
your confidence is going up 80%.
That's what my brother was telling me on the phone the other day. And he thinks that she might have had something to do with it. So if I point the finger, I'd probably check her for sure.
Of course, he's talking about Sarah, and he's accusing her of exactly the same thing Patricia did earlier. And in fact, John had even mentioned this in his interview earlier that day too.
Anybody in that neighborhood or anybody have any problems with him or give him a rough time?
What's called down the street there.
Who's that?
No, wait a minute. What if
She lives down at the end of the road. She goes there, takes money for bills, go to the corner store, starts paying on all his bills. People come to find
That's a lot of
out.
steps for one person to do. You must have really hated that motherfucker. Or that motherfucker just was not dying.
The only reason why I wouldn't agree with that is because he was in the bed and then crawled out after getting stabbed. I think if it was multiple people, they'd have themselves a hard time getting all those stabs in while he's in bed and, as it's told, still able to make it to the doorway, and we don't see a scuffle kind of happening on the bed sheets and like footprints over here, shit knocked over, and it's like, yo, this is crazy. What the fuck? Everything's up. Everything's, So if it was, so I think it was, at the most maybe 2 or 3, maybe. But I really think it was probably just 1. I think it was 1.
I'm just saying it's between 4 people, 4 suspects, and the other 3 are pointing it at her.
Could just mean it was her.
Could mean it was her.
But,
her.
but you would think,
Like I said, 80% is on her.
but you're thinking that they all did it together and they're flipping on her. Or that she had nothing to do with it and they did it and they're just like trying to put her.
Depending on her. Yeah. I don't know. It's possible. It'd be a wild twist. Some nice Shyamalan level kind of twist.
I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility.
Just thought.
I don't think it's likely. But let's wait for some more.
You ain't been paying the full amount on your bills. She's been only paying the half. And I went over there one day. He said, after all I've done for that,
Does it reconcile at all? Or?
no, he said, look, you're these got my house. Don't ever ask me for another dime.
Quickly, the cops are starting to realize that Sarah wasn't the wonderful, trusted member of the community that they'd assumed she was. Now, 3 people have claimed that she was exploiting Benny's trust to steal his money, and all are saying that she could be the killer. To make matters worse for her, she's also the only person left that knew about his money stash in the coffee can. Things are getting extremely complex, and the cops have already worked tirelessly for days now. And the problem is, the longer this investigation goes on for, the longer the killer is on the loose, meaning the higher the chances that they might kill again. So now, 6 days after Benny's murder, detectives bring in Sarah for an interview. It was imperative that they either catch the killer right now or get new information that brings them straight to them. If they don't, then they'll have no suspects, no leads, and a murderer
But
at
it was
large.
this guy. It was a nigga though.
It was the black guy.
It was the young brother down the streets.
We understand that you would pay his bills.
He looked like
That's where we get a dispute. I went to pay his bill. Well, I paid $40 on it. I needed to call that. He said, okay, did not remember. I paid him back his $40. That's why I was still wrong. That was, you were there. That was made up, yeah.
In the interview, similarly to Justin, Sarah doesn't deny the disagreement between them and fully admits that she took some money from him to pay his bills. But again, they seem to make up and become friends again. This time, though, the detectives aren't buying it. Not when so much is on the line.
We're hearing two different sides of what we're talking about. We're hearing what you're telling us, but we're hearing from his daughter and what his best friend's telling us. Now, we've been hearing that he banned you from coming to his house. Didn't want you nailing his bills or anything like that. So much that the owner of the store called him to say she's scamming you. So you're telling us that is not true.
That's not true. That is not true. I didn't go up there until I had the $40 on him to pay him.
Sarah is saying that all she took from Benny was $40, and she even paid it back. It'd just been blown out of proportion as she wasn't able to get in contact with Patricia and Johnny to clear her name again. It's suspicious, but the detectives aren't going to get anything more out of her on this front. So they decide to ask her some more background questions. Usually these don't end up solving the case, but this time, one of their questions provoked an answer that seriously piqued their interest.
There's a lady that was smoking. She had like salt pepper hair, long hair. That's not true. Let me ask you, is that your daughter? That's your daughter. Yeah, that's your daughter. She doesn't live there with you. Do you have any other children? Do they come with you?
The audio we received from the police department is censored here, but Sarah tells the cops about her other kid, a boy named Jason, a boy who had just gotten out of prison.
Yeah, he's got murder in his eyes.
Robbery. Oh God, I pray not. No. I pray not.
I would probably not.
In
That dude's
our
like,
no matter where you go or what you do, your mouth will accompany you on your journey. Perhaps you'll pick the ox, a merchant's best friend.
According to the detectives, when they asked this question, Sarah tensed up and seemed extremely closed off. She inhales sharply and her whole body jumps when they bring up this possibility. As far as the detectives are concerned, whether intentionally or not, she just told them there is a possibility. That's all they're able to focus on, and it all makes sense, too. She knew about the coffee can full of money, so what if she'd accidentally mentioned that to Jason? He'd just gotten out of prison for robbery, and it'd make complete sense if he saw Benny as an easy target and decided to try and steal his cash. That could even explain the Hummer, too. It was a nice car that Jason might have jacked and used to get in and out of the scene quickly. Instantly, the hunt for Jason began. But no matter how hard they tried, they just couldn't track him down. But that's when some new information came to light. Information that would change everything. An inmate of the prison Jason was staying at had contacted police after hearing about the crime, claiming that he knew who the perpetrator was, and promised to reveal it to them in an interview.
Yeah,
So I'm told you told one of the deputies you got some information about a homicide.
That's about the old guy got stabbed. Yeah, his mom found the body, and then I heard him and his mom arguing on the phone. He wasn't supposed to go that far. Because she always going over the house, clean it up when she been doing that for years. And everybody in the neighborhood know he did it, just nobody was speaking on it. I don't know why.
The inmate said he'd heard Jason and Sarah talking about the murder on the phone after Jason thought he'd hung up. The cops now had no doubt in their minds who their new number one suspect was. And by this point in the investigation, it's likely Jason's cash was starting to run out. They had to find him as soon as possible, before he got the chance to kill again. But, unfortunately, they were already too late.
Damn.
Akron Police and Fire, TNT. Hi. My name's George Bayless. I'm down in Florida now, but my father's still up in Akron. We haven't been able to get a hold of him, and some of his neighbors got a hold of me today, too, and said they haven't seen him since Saturday. They said there were some people over there they didn't really recognize.
Alright, so we have him. We're going to get someone over to check it out, and then we can give you a follow-up call
Police quickly initiated a welfare check on George's father, Gary Ballas. When they arrived, they knocked on the front door, and after receiving no response, the officers forced entry through a side door.
Reverse gate, definitely.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Gary! After police! Gary, it's after police!
I hate to see people there.
Right?
Gary!
On Thursday, May 21st, Gary Ballas was found dead. It was obvious he'd been dead for a few days, and given the abundance of stab wounds, it was ruled a homicide. An investigation would turn up very little information, except for the fact that Gary's car was missing from the driveway. So next, they started to talk to his neighbors to see if they knew anything about what had happened.
Hacker police! Just wonder if I could talk to you a couple seconds about your neighbor behind you. When's the last time you saw him? Was anybody there with him?
He came over here.
Oh yeah?
Knocked on the door.
What did he say?
He came over to pick flowers out of the yard.
Purple ones?
Lilacs.
Did he have anybody with him when he was there?
He came over here by himself.
Did he have a car there Tuesday?
I don't remember. I was over here.
Right. Do you remember? Do you know what kind of car it is?
Blue station wagon.
Like a Subaru?
Yeah.
Anybody else live here that might have seen him?
My kids
Hey, what's
live
up?
here with me.
Have you seen your neighbor lately?
Gary?
Yeah.
No, last time I saw him was like...
Gary?
The car was there when she
No, I
took the
haven't seen
flowers over.
Gary in about 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, I haven't seen Gary in a minute.
You want to step out here for 1 second?
Odd, actually.
No, mention what's up with Gary?
So Gary is deceased.
Oh, Gary's dead. Oh.
It's looking suspicious. That's why I'm asking you these questions. He hasn't mentioned anybody. You haven't seen anybody. You haven't heard
The
anything.
dude in the house didn't hear?
Yeah, she pulled her out. So,
I've been listening.
shocker little boy.
Not to have been
Gary?
in his place for
Gary's
over a week,
dead? Gary's
especially
dead?
given Gary was
Gary's
still
dead?
home. There's a chance that this family could be misremembering, but the cops got exactly the same information from each of the other neighbors.
Okay.
Hi, sir. Sorry to bother you, sir.
No
bother. Okay. Are you familiar with the older gentleman that lives at the blue house across the street?
Yeah, that's Gary.
Gary?
Yeah, that's her. Jane, hey, Jane. I want to know what's Gary.
What's,
He's our neighbor. She used to help him out. She used to babysit his wife.
When's the last time you seen Gary?
In a couple days.
Couple days?
Yeah.
Like,
he was out cutting the grass.
Do you remember what day that was?
That's what, Thursday.
Yeah, today's Thursday.
Thursday. Monday.
Monday?
Yeah.
He's always out cutting his grass.
Is he? Before he went cutting his grass?
But something Gary or...
You were investigating an incident that occurred over there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The only issue was
You ain't gonna tell him
not a
Gary's
single
dead?
one of the neighbors could tell the
yeah,
cops
you
who
can't
might be
reveal
driving that car.
information in case.
Gary did have visitors over somewhat frequently, but
Told
they
the other
never
lady.
used his car. If the cops could
Well,
figure out where the vehicle
I
was
guess
and
it-
who
it
took it,
appeared
it
that,
seems
you know,
like
they-
they'd have a
they
pretty
had
sure
nothing to
shot at
do,
finding the
so
murderer. And that's when they talked to
was
this
released
couple,
that
who claimed
information
they've seen
in
a new
order to
guy around his house
see if they could
recently.
get some help. So before that, you have to
Excuse me, has anybody been over to talk to you guys yet?
kind of have to like
Top 5-year
prod
price lock guarantee
around to
means
see
your price
people's
stays the same,
reactions
even
to
when everything else changes.
what's going on, you know, because most of the times the person who did it is high stress or they're acting weird.
Right.
But once they see that, you know, you don't got none of that going on, they reveal
I called the police out here yesterday and they didn't even mind going in there.
try to get.
I don't have my mask. What did you call them yesterday for?
Because I haven't seen him since Saturday, and it's not like him to leave town and not tell me.
You haven't seen him since Saturday?
Answer that door.
You said you guys are positive, though.
It was Saturday he was cutting his grass?
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy with the king before?
Oh, never seen him before.
Was he white or black? You said he was younger?
Yeah.
His car wasn't there?
No. His car hadn't been there.
Okay.
But soon the cops were able to put together exactly what had happened. It turns out Gary was never in that car with the other man. When his car pulled out of his driveway for the last time, Gary was already dead. But at least they had a description of who they thought the murderer was.
Yes.
And even better, just a short time after, the cops received word that his car had been seen at a gas station on a surveillance camera. Unfortunately, the camera quality was too poor to properly make out his identity, but at least the cops now know without a shadow of a doubt that if they find that car, they can find the man that killed Gary. But it turns out someone had already done that for them. An unnamed witness came forward and told them that he'd seen that very car and knew precisely who it now belonged to.
Jason came over Sunday morning. He was going to help me work on the house I'm working on.
Do you know Jason's last name?
Shockley, or I don't even know how to pronounce it, something like that. Anyway, he came over, but I had to go to Harbor Freight because I needed a grinder. And so I told him, I said, I got to go to Harbor Freight. He said, oh, I'll take you. And I said, wait a minute, Jason. I said, I'm not getting in no hot car. I said, is that car hot? He said, no, the car's not hot. Uncle Willie, no, I wouldn't do you like that. The car's not hot.
The car this man is talking about is Gary's Subaru. But more importantly, he just mentioned the name of the man they believe killed Benny, Jason Shockley. This was a shocking breakthrough in both cases. Not only have they essentially just solved Gary's murder, but now they're hot on Jason's tail and have more evidence than ever to try and track him down. Back on the scene, they also noticed that Gary's credit cards had been stolen, and this guy's story even lines up perfectly with that, too.
He said, my friend let me use it. He went to Florida, gave me a credit card, told me to keep gas in it, and I can buy cigarettes and buy me something to eat if I need it. I was kind of like not believing it, but he said, no, I swear.
It almost seemed too good to be true, so the detectives asked the witnesses to pick Jason out of a photo lineup, and he pointed straight at him instantly. Jason was now the suspect of a double homicide. Two citywide investigations had converged into one. Every single officer and detective in the area knew they couldn't let Jason take another life, so they had to act fast and hunt him down. That's when police received one final phone call, this time from Sarah Evans, Jason's mother. On that call, knowing how dangerous he could be, she decided to give up her own son and told the police the address of his safe house.
Mom!
Right, 1887.
The house was abandoned, boarded up, and dirty. It was unclear if anyone was even inside. The cops have to be extremely vigilant, as they know Jason could be armed. After clearing the first floor, they moved upstairs as a group and tried to figure out where Jason was hiding.
Jason about to be out the fucking 7th-story window.
You know? You gonna jump out of that car, that door moved.
Only one door on this floor was fully closed, and every other room was empty. This is where they think Jason is. Problem is, they've already made a lot of noise, so whoever's on the other side of that door could be prepared. That's why they decide to storm in.
Don't move. Roll over, put them on the top of your head. Roll on your stomach, hands behind your back. Let's go. Hurry up, Jason.
That at all.
No, he was not.
Like, he might be armed and prepared.
But he might be armed and prepared. Homie was sleep.
He was pissing in a bottle.
He was
not ready at all. He was watching porn on his phone. He was fucking I'm surprised that he's living there on his own. No other squatters there.
That place is atrocious.
How old are you now, man? Or you as a kid or whatever, man, on Johnson Block, man.
That's a shame. Cops are no
And I mean that.
Jason, you fucked up.
He did fuck up, man.
Cluttered cloud storage? That's a
It's
lot to carry.
definitely just sad because, you know, obviously he knows his stuff.
Clean my
You know, he's not trying to live the highlight in such a supposed way.
I don't think so. I don't think it's
Shit. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's a kid, man, get it out there.
It all started when...
Just as they'd hoped, Jason was found lying amongst rubble and trash on the second floor, attempting to hide away from the very people who just put him in cuffs. Thankfully, he put up no resistance, and a quick sweep of the house confirmed he was the only person here. Amongst the trash on the floor, the officers found multiple knives and a credit card belonging to Gary Ballas. After 6 weeks of investigations, they'd finally caught him. He was then taken out of the house and into the back of a patrol car. But there was still one problem with all of this. They still had no evidence that he was the one who killed Benny all those weeks ago. Sure, the connection is strange and multiple people have accused him, but there's nothing solid. That's what the cops wanted to change in the interrogation room and bring peace to Benny's family almost 2 months after his death. Remember, Jason is likely not aware of exactly how much the cops know. All he knows is that he was arrested and now the cops are interrogating him. He might even think that they don't know about the murders and that he could get away with everything.
How do you know Gary Bayless?
I knew that Gary, like I said, my cousin lived next door, but my mom used to go over and help him out a lot. He gets to telling me about how he hates Donald Trump and everything.
And he's a very smart man. Yeah.
He's out there. I asked him, you know, if they're in the hospital, if he can maybe need his car so they can work and stuff.
Okay.
You know, if you know it for a second, you know what I mean? He was like, he was using his car and stuff.
Right.
He was like, none of these, I think. He was like, I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you.
Definitely did.
You know, that I just got out of prison.
So how long have you had the car for?
And I've had this car for a few days. I've known Gary for almost 9 years.
Oh, wow. So you had a long relationship.
I've stayed in his house before.
He did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everything up until this point is mostly the truth. He did know Gary and he had spent some time with him recently. But remember, he was found with Gary's stolen credit cards in his stolen car just days after he was murdered. This is shaping up to be a textbook interrogation where the detectives will have to catch him out in various lies in order to extract the truth. And they're about to start that process immediately.
I have people that are in the area that see you and him together. He's been deceased since about the same time you see him. He's got cars and his credit cards. He's coming back. Why is the neighbors in this
Clearly, the cops don't believe him. In
I don't
fact,
believe
this
him.
entire questioning segment about Gary is more of a formality. They have much more evidence about this crime than they do Benny's. So their plan is to try and have him confess to Gary's murder so that confessing to Benny's doesn't seem like such a big deal. It seems like a clever strategy, but it won't work if Jason simply refuses to admit to anything.
Wouldn't you agree to us that
You better see what you want, but
it's kind of weird to be the last person? Yes, I find out here, I see what you guys say, but at the same time, I'm not that's not, you know, no, sometimes people don't know, and sometimes people don't argue, people don't know. Anybody that knows me will tell you, that's not what I do at all.
If you were a jury and you heard your story about a man who loaned you his car, who has been known not to loan his car to anybody, his family says, his neighbor says so, because if you don't love yourself, this can end up really bad for you.
When confronted with the cold hard facts, something changes about Jason. He loses his confidence, he's fidgeting with his hands, trying to distract himself. He avoids making eye contact with the detective however he can, whether it be looking down at the table, up at the ceiling, or even at the wall next to him. He almost looks ashamed. And that's no illusion. Pay close attention to what he does next, as it marks the beginning of a startling confession.
God damn it. Is that an apartment?
You're zero.
Oh, senior living.
And I love it.
Nice.
Even if you did wrong,
nice spot too.
And the judge,
still getting raped.
and you admit to what happened and everything else,
Rape?
the judge
No, they
takes that into
fucking.
consideration, because it shows remorse.
The mofos and them places and stuff. The one I worked at, fucking. Throwing parties and everything.
I'm not raising anything. Where's the first one? I'm not raising anything.
But I mean,
No, that is, I can't be helped.
the way that one looked,
Where's the first one?
yeah, paying no attention.
It's completely off.
Jason thinks that that audio recorder is the only thing recording what he's saying right now. Somehow he doesn't realize the camera in the corner also has a microphone built in. So now that the audio recorder is off, he thinks he's free to say whatever he wants.
It's over there, drinking water and stuff. She's talking to this shit. I guess I'm not involved $40. Yes, I'm sorry about this stuff, and then you have to be a normal girl with yourself. I'm very protective. Okay. I'm so always. You have to go charging real crazy.
Okay.
So, I'm like, you know what, I gotta go.
Tearing
And get up and leave. And to throw this cup at me. And that wife, and he threw it back. He took his knife and pushed him down and dropped him back and kicked him back into his chair. He said, "Oh, shoot." And when he went to reach,
It was a textbook confession, and the cops did an incredible job at helping him through it and making him feel comfortable. The thing is, they know this still isn't the whole truth, but it's all they need for now. They could disprove his self-defense story later in court. What matters is that he admitted to it in some respect. Now they can switch gears to Benny's murder, but he's not going to make that one as easy.
You probably are going to prove that you did Benny.
No,
and you're definitely going to be looking at a capital case.
And I'll be looking at a capital case as an innocent man for somebody I can do.
You told us about Gary, so typically two cases are like Gary.
No, you're right about the cases being similar.
Despite just being finessed into admitting to murder, Jason suddenly thinks he's the smartest person in the room. The cases are almost an exact mirror of each other, but Jason thinks he can escape liability for at least one of them. But he's dead wrong.
See, here's another thing. You just told us that you went through Gary's pants. You went through Benny's pants. Because you know that Benny was known to carry several $100s in his pants pocket. That I did.
Damn, Benny.
Everybody.
You just always walking around with like
Benny never pulled money out and went. I didn't say that. Most moms are like, there's no way my kid can do that. No, she knows for a fact that I didn't do that. I'm not saying about Benny. I'm just saying her moms sitting here thinking, you know, it's impossible. You know, something. What we talking about? No, she did. Yeah, we talked about. She's freaking out. And as far as me asking her if I thought you did it, now, hell no. It was, oh my God, I hope not. Listen, okay? I done told you about me, but this shit about Baby was not me.
Despite all the pressure the cops put on him, this is the story he stuck to. It seemed he thought he could maybe convince a jury of one self-defense charge, but two was simply too suspicious. But that didn't matter, as the cops figured they still knew exactly what happened. Jason knew Benny through his mother and had heard about the coffee can of cash. He broke in one morning in an attempt to steal the cash, accidentally waking Benny in the process. They started fighting, and Jason, fearing he'd call the police, stabbed him multiple times. Eventually, Benny crawled out to the hallway where he bled out. They also started to discount his story about Gary's murder. They believed that it wasn't any form of self-defense, and in reality, it was simply a disagreement. Jason had gotten irrationally angry after Gary refused to let him use his car. In his rage, he shoved him to the ground and killed him in the same manner, before stealing his credit cards and leaving in his car. These are the theories that the prosecution presented to the jury, and, as expected, they believed them. Only one person was charged in the murders of Benny King and Gary Ballas. Justin, Johnny, and Sarah were all ruled innocent. But Jason wasn't so lucky. In 2022, he was convicted of both of the murders and sentenced to life in prison.
Damn, Sarah.
Ask privately with Duck.ai. Visit Duck.ai to chat privately with ChatGPT, Claude, and other AIs for free. All in one place.
Definitely a twist there.
Duck.ai is from DuckDuckGo.
Twist neither
where
of us,
AI is private and optional.
Feel about halfway.
I thought it would be a little bit more exciting. Let's see. I think I got time for another one. Evil couple realizes cops found their torture chamber.
What?
I think that sounds pretty good. Torture bedroom. Oh my goodness.
It begins as a quiet afternoon in Baldwin County. Officers arrive to check on a woman who supposedly lives inside a modest home. But the moment they cross the threshold, nothing feels right. The smell, the silence, and the way the residents dodge every question.
Yeah, right.
Suspicious.
She is there? Can I talk to her? Can I see her real quick?
She's not talking about it.
Well, I just...
You want to do nothing for me?
And what waits behind one closed door is a truth no one on that scene will ever forget.
Oh, there's another room right here that is.
I mean, if you picture some old history pictures of like the concentration camps of the Jews and stuff, it's kind of what I'm seeing here, except it's in color, and I've seen it.
Big man, big crocs.
Seems like it might have been him.
Around 2:30 p.m. on November 28th, 2023, Baldwin County deputies pull up to this home after a disturbing report about a woman supposedly living inside. But the moment they step through the doorway, nothing prepares them for the horror waiting behind one of the closed doors.
I don't know why these houses are always just looking so crazy.
Oh yeah.
For a second there, I thought the fence was kicking a little bit.
Are you suggesting the property might not be up to snuff now?
How are you?
Are you suggesting the property might not be up to snuff?
Yeah, it might not be up to code. Definitely fire hazard.
Give me, do you remember who we're looking for? Oh, and who is it that we're supposed to be looking for? We got contact somebody. Stacy, 33-year-old. Stacy, do you know where she's at?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my husband to get here, and I'm in by myself.
Where's Stacy? Does she stay here with you?
Yeah.
Okay, where is she at right now?
In front.
She is there? Can I talk to her? Can I see her real quick?
She's not talking about it.
Well, I just...
She wanted to do nothing for me.
Well, can you show me where she's at? I just want to see her, put eyes on her and make sure she's okay.
She won't take a bath. She doesn't get her clothes on. I take control of her. I don't know what to do myself, and I didn't want to call y'all or nobody like that, because I have kids.
I got you. Okay, sweetie. Do you have your ID?
My mom and dad had died and left her behind, and I don't know what to do no more. I don't
What
know
did she
what
tell you?
to do. That's my sister, but I ain't got no written paper saying that she's my own. And I'm guarding or nothing.
Can I see your ID and can you show me where she's at, please?
So parents are dead.
Let me go in there.
She's the
I don't want to go to jail and tell them.
guardian, not legal
The way
guardian.
she looked.
Have you been doing anything to her?
No, I mean, I put her food in that and all, but she tries to fight people.
Oh, that's fine.
She don't have on no clothes, just a shirt, and she's real skinny.
All right. What's your...
Stop taking the medicine. She won't take it for us. And none of my other family will not help.
What's one bad thing going there? She already dead.
Myself.
And she is your sister.
Bobby comes off nervous and evasive, and when officers insist...
Brother, you know what?
Chick's not just a
I know it's gonna be bad. I'm watching the
entire skincare
Really?
routine.
Why?
And you're ready to just remove hair.
Treating that girl right.
Chick, do right by your
She's in there, probably
Says upon
chained up.
seeing her sister Stacy, the
Sitting in her own
explanations she
pieces.
gives spiral into something far more unsettling.
Can you show me where she's at?
You should come home right now. She's in there. I had to do this. She's heard the beat on me for.
So she's locked in there right now?
And she's trying to do what she is, but we don't know what to do with it. I don't want her to go to jail or something.
When's the last time you let her out?
Just open up the door and see what's going on.
What's all this? Is this blood around here or no? Can you open it for me real
She
quick?
won't take the bath.
Just...
There's steam right a little bit.
Yeah, just open the door.
I can't handle her. It's bad.
Oh,
She's in that room in there.
open the door.
Stay with her.
She's dead in the back room. Oh?
Hey, sweetheart, how are you?
Oh, she alive.
Oh, we're rubbing EMS, please. You okay? Severely malnourished lady. We have contact with her. The system's here. Had her locked up in that front.
Up to this point, the officer has seen just one glimpse of Stacy's horrific living conditions. But once EMS arrives, everyone on scene will be exposed to the shocking, detestable reality of her suffering.
Sweetheart, can you move the things away from the door so I can open it?
She's giving her up to a
Why is
slave.
the door like that? Just so she can't get
I
out?
know it's hard, but you know,
Yeah.
the other options at your door.
We're Caesars I know of. I don't know what else.
I'm her reason.
We just got
You
called
sure?
here to do a welfare check.
We don't
And
want
you'll
her.
fight
I mean,
tooth and nail
she
for it,
can't.
too.
She don't want to do nothing. She done try to scratch me. I try to give her a bath. I'm a guy. She's a girl. And I know for a fact if you drag somebody to go give them a bath more than what 10 foot is get up in charge, and I don't want that nigga.
You guys, I guess, just kind of ended up being like.
We're stuck because we have no family. All I have is my dad. He lives down in Andover. Her family ain't working. They don't have nothing to do with it. It's just me and our kids.
Y'all got left with this other lady.
We got left with her. And
when her parents died.
When her parents died. And we was trying to get it out before her mama died. And then her mama died. Then we stayed here with her daddy. And then her daddy died. And we got stuck here. And nobody wanted to help with her.
Yeah. So I guess there's no other family to help take care of her. Does she have any problems or?
She's all I know. I keep saying she's retarded. That's all I know.
So maybe
I know she has seizures, but I know she ain't taking the medicine because she won't go and take it. She's been trying to scratch you. And she scares her living shit out of the kids all the time. So we just don't want.
So I'll try to just keep her on that side.
Yeah. You have your sister's ID.
She don't have one. She wouldn't ever go get one. My daddy couldn't hardly have her name.
So what's her name?
Stacy Johnson.
Do you know her social? You don't know her social?
I don't think I got social Johnson. No, but Daddy, he was in pretty bad shape. She would beat him before he died. And he didn't know what to do with it, and I was just going to try to take care of her as long as I could, but she got what she wouldn't do nothing.
While Bobby and Jerry try to pin the blame on circumstances and on Stacy, the trash-filled home tells a very different story, and the state of Stacy's room is far worse than anything anyone can imagine.
Yeah, like y'all could get away with that for a little while, for sure. But like I was saying before, you should have given her up to state. It's been
Trying to give her a bath.
an issue for that
Everybody's
long.
bathroom, our bathroom.
How many bathrooms are in this house?
Just one.
Just one bathroom?
Like I said, we was
I think
in.
they were saying
in the
that
process of trying to
they don't want to
save
do that
her.
because they know what they doing her and shit like that. But that's
pretty bad conditions in here.
But like I was saying before, the only other option is that you're torturing her. If you're not gonna do anything, you're just like, well, she's just gonna stay here. You're just torturing her. Obviously, she can't take care of herself, it looks like.
Yeah, that's why it was like, I don't want to catch no kidnapping charges, dragging her 10 feet to the bathroom.
That's why you gotta call the police. You gotta be like, look, she's
Have them drag her to the bathroom.
Well, no, she's gotta be admitted somewhere. Because if that's not your family, you know, she doesn't live here, you can't take care of her, you know, she's gotta be admitted. That would have been the best solution instead of keeping her in there and just throwing food at her. Because now that's torture. You're in possession of this person, and you're torturing them.
Yeah, it's like they're an animal in a zoo.
Yeah, a maimed animal.
Sickening.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how they had no evil in their heart, but more ignorance when they did it. Yeah.
Can you just move your car here?
You know, it's probably gonna come out more that they were doing as it is right now.
30-something-year-old lady there.
It's not an impossible thing. How far it looks like they took it, it gets into the realm of purposeful neglect. What am I looking at?
Eden hoodie. It's a weighted hoodie that's the merge between a hoodie and a blanket.
Oh, I want it.
Yeah, it's like for people that have like anxiety.
Oh, what are you trying to say, Mike?
No, I'm not saying like it's meant for people with anxiety.
Look, for people for gaming, Mike, what are you talking
Yeah, I
about?
know. I bought
anxiety. It reduces stress and anxiety.
Yeah, it reduces it. That's
It's
what
not
I'm saying.
meant. That's another word, Mike.
It's because it's like they were just But it's nice. About $200.
Parents died. Left with, I don't know.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Just hang with Deputy Carpenter real quick. You don't mind? I'll take you a second. This girl is literally the size of my hand right now. She's not in good bedroom, but I can't even get open right now. She's sitting in the chair. Okay. So.
Can you grab it?
If I need to, I'll open this front door. Is that good in the front door? Yeah, it looks like it. Well, the question is how we're getting. Okay, what's the car out there? We need to get this door. Yeah, I'll pick it in if I need to.
Yeah,
this one's stretch. But do you see what it's called?
Does she like fight a lot?
She will. I just don't want to see her like she is.
Well, hopefully, we'll be able to get her some help or something.
I mean, it is my sister. I just don't want to take care of her.
It's hard.
Yeah, well, you can go to
Like
jail.
I said, they ain't no one family.
It's fine.
The person that my daughter, not my family.
Yeah, do you know who?
Yes, I know who it is.
Who was it?
That's my daddy's that was my daddy's brother's
Who's
wife.
he on the phone?
But he's my
Lawyer,
dead.
hopefully. Yeah, man.
I don't know what she's got to do
You
with
gotta
it.
figure some shit out.
Y'all can help her, that's all. But I don't want to take care of her. So I said
I really feel like the dude is fairly innocent, but more accomplished. You know, I'm not involving him, but I could definitely see him being like, "Damn it, Charlene, you and your fucking family. The fuck you got me roped up into."
They're being this if it wasn't for you and your family.
Like, I could see, because it seems like he wants nothing to do with this at all, and fortunately for him, it's not his actual family, but he's in the house. That's their house, so he has some responsibility. And I don't know about marriage, but that might bring a bit of responsibility too.
I need to take it.
Marriage is a factor. Yeah, it might be a factor. But the biggest one is that she's just in their residence.
Good, I'm glad you're here too. This is why I call lawyer. This was why I pushed up. That cocaine is there.
Somebody looks like they're getting arrested. Wow, somebody was telling somebody that's what you do.
I gotta kick that door open and get her out.
But yeah.
It looks like you're trying to press it.
Well, she got her hands down it out there.
Yeah, I need to get. They have 2 kids. They're not here right now. Probably need to be called.
There's another door right there that's been tied shut. Do you have any knives on you? Oh, there's another room right here that is put.
Hold on.
Yes.
Let me grab my camera real quick. What?
Hold on.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture.
Yeah,
you might want to take a picture of that. Damn, just rip the door off.
Stacy, we're gonna take you to see a doctor, okay?
I didn't expect that voice.
What?
She said, "Oh, candy."
Okay.
All right, sweetheart.
to your hands.
Oh, Kenny.
You okay? We got you. We can do that.
Okay. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. That's so
Hey,
awful.
open the door. Open the door.
Oh, my God.
Come here, sweetheart.
Alright, take a seat right there.
Nah,
Have
they gotta
a
go
seat,
to
sweetheart.
jail.
Sit right here.
They gotta go to jail.
Yeah, we're gonna get the kitty for you, okay?
Absolutely.
I know. Let's go over here, okay? Scoot up.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
You scoot up.
The closest thing to fresh air in this office is your boss's
Oh man, that's
sniper.
that is rough to see. I'm not even gonna lie, guys.
Go on, it's easy.
Lockjaw and everything. Like she can't even move her jaw.
Now be careful with Hardy's new hot honey. You'll get lost in that made-from-scratch hot
That's
honey
rough.
chicken biscuit.
They gotta go to prison.
Right now, get the hot honey
They
chicken
gotta go to
biscuit or
prison.
any
I'm
chicken
sorry.
biscuit
I'm
for
glad.
just $3.99.
It's like I'm sorry. Oh man,
No,
this
it's okay. You don't
sucks.
have to be sorry.
Sucks, you know. You think you're not doing something wrong, but like that is wrong.
I'm just, do you have anything in
Here.
other than like this stuff? No?
This is crazy. What about my chin? Y'all gonna take them too?
We'll figure it out.
Because like the thing is, I just think they're stupid. I don't think they're like malicious.
Let them give them, please.
We gotta figure out what's going on.
I mean, you know, I could see.
With Bobby
I
and
could
Jerry
see
finally
maybe
detained, the challenge to
they
rescue
were
Stacy
mean
begins,
to her
and
and
it's a
like cursed
task
her
that
out
proves
in that sort
anything
of
but
way.
simple.
But I just think they're stupid. I think they're legitimately just just dumb rednecks. Not like, you know, rednecks are dumb, but just, you know, these are the dumb rednecks. Well, just, you know, out in the woods, you know, kind of just like not too educated.
At least take my shoes off.
You say can at least
Yeah, it just makes me feel better. If you want to.
Female's going in the back of your car for now.
Put your left foot on there. Left foot. Right on there. Right.
Oh yeah, that's a big. Oh, he's not. Oh, he's not.
He's in front of me. Right foot. Please. No, no. Right foot.
I don't think he's
Are you gonna make me
fitting
put
in.
your foot in there? No. Well, please just put it. Can I have some air? Please put your foot. Okay, take the hood off of me again.
He is not.
I'm big.
Yeah, he's pretty damn big. He's not fitting in properly. Yeah, I just don't. Yes, they just seem stupid and like kind of oblivious sort of people. They don't seem like malicious.
Before you travel, give me 1 second. So we're gonna have to get pictures. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to take pictures of her real quick before they start?
Which sucks because, you know, she has to suffer because of their stupidity and selfishness.
As the unit reels from the shock of Stacy's condition, for some officers, it's almost too much to take in.
Oh man, yeah, I don't blame you, man. Yeah, just because the emotion of it is a lot, you know. Not so much that the scene, like her itself, it's just like how. You said you know that's on body cam, right?
There's another one as you go in there, the door that's right there. It's
I've been about to where she was. I can heard.
Yeah, did they go in the door yet?
It's here.
well, that food was good. Now it's in their yard.
Oh, there's a lot more. Oh my goodness. She said the fruit was good, but now it's in the yard. Oh no, yeah, there might be some restrictions. There's a lot more of this today. Holy shit.
4 lead on it. What about that front door? I opened it. It was locked from the front. Yeah.
I busted that door to get her in.
That's fine.
It was perfectly, but it was so that you know there was so much stuff that I.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We saw it.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you get everything you need documentation wise.
I tried children of this.
Yeah.
There are 2. They're at school right now. All right, defects and 2 calls. Yes. I already told them 278.
The kids about to come home from missing parents.
We have ID on her.
She does not have an
Yeah, if they come home.
So that name and date of birth is all
They'll be straight. Put shades of the government's on.
name and date of birth. I just don't have a positive ID.
She never had an ID apparently.
Try
I don't know where it's
Arm out for me.
and the arm out.
Just leave your arm right there.
You want me to close it? There's no bathroom. Was this key already in this door? Was the key in that door? Yeah.
She was laying in a chair.
Curled up in a ball here.
So explain to me better what's going on now that I can hear you.
Basically, what I got, well, it was explained to Fraz. Basically, what I got is the lady in the car is sisters with her.
With the lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
And their parents died about a year ago.
Okay.
And then what they said is they were left with this girl.
The one that's sick
can't control her.
and can't control her?
That's what they said. So they try to feed her and she doesn't eat or drink. And they try to give her baths. But
So
they
was-
can't control her.
Did they say anything about her being locked up in
that side of the house.
Where do you feel attraction towards?
I am attracted to boys up to 14 years old.
That's a shame.
14?
Yes.
And the
You
youngest?
see, and it's like in a case where it's like, you know, she can take care of herself.
Every
She's
time there's
just
a
a
hurricane,
nuisance. It's
earthquake,
like, fine, lock her on the other side of the house, like, fine, whatever.
They're bold.
It's fine,
Most
take care of
pedophiles
herself.
hide in the shadows.
But that
Not these
girl
guys.
obviously can't take care of herself, you know? I mean, you can hear she's screaming for candy right now. Yeah, she's candy. She's not very smart, you know? She needs assistance.
Oh, they're trying to contain her in.
Such a sad one. Right.
Okay. He's gonna put this on, okay? Let me see your hands, sweetie.
She seems, you know, yeah, manageable.
Hey, darling. I'm Detective Burrell.
How old is she?
33.
Is that what they said?
5/19, 1990. 33. Your blanket?
Who's
Where's your blanket
33?
at?
Her? She's 33? That girl right there? No way.
Yeah, dude, she's like that.
He's still for me, baby.
She's like, you should come to the town. Yeah, dude, she's like, you know, I don't know what she is. She could be, you know.
But she looks like 12. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. You can see
You ever
it.
seen,
All the shirts down her legs.
you ever seen,
Another blanket?
that's one too. She hits with it. She's cute, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
She couldn't talk to her.
Let's get this back on the finger, okay? Yes, sir. When I knocked, she came around the
But
back.
she was also being
He was
plugged.
not
That
here.
was like another
Yeah. She was very hesitant, but yeah. 40. 20. 41, 78. It was their fathers who passed away a year ago. So they stay here and they're supposed to be taking care of her.
Okay, hang on.
missing
Her aunt.
her aunt.
That has not seen her.
That has not seen her in 2 years.
And knew she was locked in.
And knew she was locked in the room.
Or potentially.
Wow. Okay. Well, I thought we had exit on getting her out. Okay.
Based on her condition.
Yeah, because he doesn't know if she actually.
That room is nice.
That's probably the room they were
I
in.
saw her condition. That's more important. That's why I was like, at that point.
Yeah, TV on the wall, picture, that's their room. In order to carry it, you need to be in shape. Wow. Talking cash shit. To each other in the middle of all this. Yeah, or else you get to be just in the front yard like the other person.
Oh, he has to get something.
You are
Hit a plus sign. Alright, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So we need to get Nick's kids,
that's correct.
and then we need to go ahead and get the schools involved with those kids in a class.
That's correct. You got these facts.
Her.
You got Bob and Gray are on the way. We need a search warrant for the house. It's better to take all the pictures we need to do that. We still got to search warrant. We had reason to go in to get her out there.
Yeah. Or just ask her. We can ask her, get the kids,
Ask her
have
what schools they go to.
yeah, have school resource officers going to take them out. We get in touch with
It's what we drive up in this.
Yeah. And already ran the 28. Already got it into the
Okay. Who's got her?
The female's in 40's car.
You know the medicine she brought out saying that she was supposed to be taking out of bed? She apparently.
This expired at the beginning of the year.
40, are they married? Hey, make sure you don't ask me any questions. They need to be Mirandized. I'm just asking about the child. Okay. Yeah, I'm not asking. Okay. Nice sweetheart. Question for you. What are your
Yeah, they need to be Miranda.
What are your kids' names? Hmm? Let me come to that side.
Oh boy. Here we go.
That's fine. Bobby.
Oh boy.
Listen to me. I need you to talk to me, okay? This will go smoother
This ain't
for you.
gonna work, buddy.
Your heart hurts.
Love, not ice.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Black Desert. Oh wow, this was a good game. Summer Sale 90% off.
You said it's a good game?
Yeah.
You played it? It's a Steam game. Huh? It's a Steam game.
No, it was
Ew. I'm saying if you see a Steam over there, that's what I'm
You're
saying.
not here, so I gotta go make sure that they're gonna be okay.
that might be twice 90% off because it's on Steam.
You have family members who can turn them on?
We typically don't do that.
Okay.
When it comes to consoles, I'm not 90% off. When it comes to consoles, it's better be
What's your female in question, she's leaving the property now with EMS and it's awesome.
So I just handcuffs
Oh,
her.
yeah.
That's fine.
I ain't never been in handcuffs my whole life.
Right.
I'll loosen them up, okay?
I just don't think this is fair. So he looking at
Oh,
my
serious
side of the
ass.
story.
Because I'm pretty sure it was Xbox, not
All
PlayStation.
anybody ever cared about was
Yeah, no, I
her,
saw it,
my
yeah.
mom and daddy.
That's cool. But the 90% off. Steam. Yeah, save 90% off.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me write this down just to make sure I get it correct.
I would definitely play that game. The game is, I mean, it's pretty chill. Other things that, you know,
I understand. I agree with you.
RPG.
Okay.
They lost everybody in their life besides us and their grandma.
Okay, so what's her birthday? And she goes to what school?
Midway Hills Primary.
Midway Hills Primary. What? Since you said you know everybody's social, what's Emma's social?
I just know my husband.
Okay, I got you. Okay, sweet. And
That's not everybody's lady. I don't remember her saying that.
two kids.
When she was asked about the girl social, she said she
Yeah, no, and then she just said, I know everybody's social. And then he just asked, oh, well, then what's hers? And she's just like, I just know mine and my husband's.
Second grade and what's the third?
Oh,
That's
well,
not even knowing your kids' social.
I guess as far as him, I would never ask that because she already know. So, I mean, but it was worth a shot. Get all told but
I mean, she literally just said, I know all the socials.
But logically, she doesn't. If you were to believe that, you'd be an idiot. Well, I don't know if it was him or someone else, but somebody already asked her about the social of the other girl, and she didn't know.
You do not work.
So, I mean, just logically, either she's a liar or,
You said the handcuffs are too tight?
you know,
Or, okay, we can loosen up a
statements
little
not to
bit.
be trusted.
But she doesn't know what everybody means.
Yeah, either way, it's just like,
More comfortable to you, like angle your body a little bit in the car.
Yeah.
So you're not like. I just want to know that my kids are okay.
Well, they're okay. They're at the school right now. Okay?
Yeah, right now when they find out their mom and dad go to jail because of something stupid.
I understand. They got no school bus? No, they pick them up, so they're not supposed to be. Oh, they're car riders. Yep. Okay, she's all right.
And where's the other one go to?
The one right here. Midway Hills.
With information about the children confirmed, officers moved to coordinate with a team to pull them out of school and place them with a trusted family member post-verification, in this case, Jerry's father. And as the primary investigation at the scene begins to wind down, some of the officers still cannot shake off what they've just witnessed.
I'm not gonna lie. Smell. As soon as I open the door. Yeah, I tasted that.
oh, you tasted it?
Tasted it in the air.
She got a little taste. She's like, yeah, I opened my mouth. I opened my mouth, I tasted it.
I didn't know y'all.
I tasted it.
I didn't even give me this
You
little
sick
yeah.
bitch.
Y'all need to step up.
That's like your tongue out in the air and just
Go back to the station. Hang up your fucking shit. You sick bitch.
turn your badge or your gun, but think about what you got.
Down here and get my jacket. Start to leave and everything.
I think I might be. Oh, that's a pretty.
Yes, bitch.
I worked a death out of here a couple years ago with
Taste the air.
the mother died.
Yeah, the smell.
They had to wait for
The
fosters
smell
for like 2
is so
hours.
intense I had to taste it.
Yeah, so mom
But
died.
the
later,
taste I had to
so.
taste
Yeah, sounds like it.
I never seen that. You see that on movie?
Well, I've seen worse than that, but the smell. It's,
What kind of, is she like, mentally handicapped?
she is mentally not there anymore. She's been in that room for about maybe 2
Yeah, we
years.
don't, that's the problem. We don't know what she was like beforehand. You know?
I saw her driver's license picture, completely different. I would never recognize her. She looked like a normal woman.
As soon as I walked in, I knocked over here in the front. Nothing. So I started walking towards the back.
She tried to, and I'm not getting on her about it. She tried to be like
like what's the word, like fight for the other person, like stick up for. But that doesn't because she seemed like she got a little emotional with it because they were questioning her mental capacity. And I'm only saying this because I don't know if it's exactly right or correct to stay off of kind of your own thinking that you think she wasn't mentally incapacitated because you saw her driver's license and she looks completely normal.
Well, she looks completely normal in the sense, not malnourished.
Not
mentally unstable. She was still saying she's not mentally there.
No, because you're trying to dig her out of the hole. With your words you are, because when he said, is she mentally incapacitated, or she said she's mentally not there anymore, so she alleviated any kind of pinpointing of her psychological kind of where she's at with it, because he's saying like medically, like issues, and she took that away and gave a more vague statement by saying she's mentally not there anymore, and she described that with the example of saying because when I looked at her ID, she looked completely normal, and it only raised a hair for me because I'm just thinking, I'm like, well, what are you trying to say? Like mentally incapacitated people can't look normal in an ID? I'm like, that's not enough for me. I'm not alleviating these people saying they didn't do wrong.
That's why I say that she's saying that she's looking normal, as in like she wasn't malnourished.
But she's not. Check it out.
I got out of here a couple of years ago where the mother died.
Yep.
They had to wait for foster for like 2 hours for him to get here.
They said that they've been living in this house since their parents died.
Yeah, so mom died first and then dad must have died a year later or so.
Just been going on since then.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I ain't never seen nothing like that. You see that on the news?
Well, I've seen worse than that, but the smell is...
Yeah, so she's already kind of worked up. What kind of is she like mentally? She's mentally not there anymore. She's been in that year for me too. We don't know what she's been like beforehand. Oh, I saw her driver's license picture, completely different. I doubt you would recognize her. A normal woman around. She's speaking from an emotional place, trying to defend this girl because obviously she's the victim. She needs defending. But as far as the investigation goes and where we're trying to piece together what the truth is you don't know that.
Completely different.
The truth is you don't know that. Now, it's okay for this officer here to ask the question. I'm no expert, obviously, but
no.
I'm just going off of what I'm hearing. So right here, what kind of he's trying to figure out how to ask.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of is she? Mentally handicapped. And
mentally not there anymore.
And she's throwing that off.
Yeah.
I'm saying is he mentally? It's like mentally not there anymore. It's like, well, what is?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Like she doesn't know.
That could be somebody who's tired. That could be some. She completely.
She's saying that as in she doesn't even know if she's mentally disabled or anything like that.
She's mentally not there anymore, though. That doesn't answer what his question is.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm saying.
That's why I'm saying that she doesn't know her condition is what she's trying to say. But from what her observation is, she's saying that she's mentally not there. He's asking.
That's obvious.
Of what mental
that's
disability
obvious.
she has.
That's obvious. That's why I'm saying this. That's what I'm saying. Is if you're looking at her like everybody has, it's like, yeah, obviously she's not mentally there anymore. Like, duh. What he's asking is what is her situation? What is her situation? He gets it. He knows why she's not kind of with it is because she's kind of very emotionally charged up with this.
Yeah,
and
still, she's not getting her words like collectively right. The way it should be. She's saying things out of emotion.
Yeah, she's saying things out of emotion, but the only thing that stuck out to me was that she was kind of so emotionally defensive about it that she almost kind of accidentally offended mentally handicapped people, which is why I stopped it, because I was like, what are you saying? I was like, well, like, mentally handicapped people can't look normal and pass by as normal. Like, what are you trying to say? Which is why it struck me as odd and made me think about what she said beforehand. And I was like, oh, I'm like, oh, you're being protective over her, and I get that. That's fair. But as far as the investigation goes, that's not exactly evidence,
Not there anymore. She's been in that room for about maybe 2 years.
It's information.
We don't know what she was like.
See, that's what he says. He said he gets what's going on and what he's saying, and he also gets where she's at. That's why he says that's the problem. We don't know what she was like beforehand.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing.
She was talking about, well, she looked normal in the driver's license. You wouldn't have recognized her.
That still doesn't. Hold on. She's mentally not there anymore. Been in that room for 2 years. That's the problem. I don't know what she was like. Answering kind of him.
Yeah.
Saying.
So he's saying like, we don't know what she was like before all this
answering
had happened.
His question,
but then she's trying to be all like, no, she was normal,
and you can't say that.
You can't say that. No,
yeah, you can't say that.
I mean, you can say she looks. Well, she looks normal in the photo.
You might as well not say anything because you just don't know.
Well, you could say she looks more nourished in the photo because she is malnourished.
That doesn't. You just might as well not even say it. At that point, you're just like being picky about this woman's body for like no reason. It's just a picture of her head. Like, so what are you like? You're saying? Yeah, well, by the picture of her head, she was probably packing on a few more pounds. Well, it's like judging her body. It's like you might at that point. It's like it's not even worth. Which is why I'm talking like this, because it's like she kind of went on the defensive and tried to protect the victim, and I mean, just ultimately, it wasn't necessary. He wasn't trying to be offensive, and this guy was trying to just not diffuse it, but just answer it.
That's the problem. We don't know what she was like beforehand.
Don't know. So he gets it. But then because he gets it. Then he gets it. He looks away. You saw. Look. We're going into this. We saw. He's confused. He's confused. He's like, I'm not. I don't know. He's like, we don't know what he's like. We don't know. We can't speak. And he's like, okay, I get it. And he looked away. But she's like, oh no, actually, she's like, oh no, actually, I did see her license. She was completely normal. Like, that's a crazy thing to say. Now, I would like to, like a normal woman around sounds crazy, but now I would like to see the picture, and if it's like, if she's just like,
and I asked her for her name, she told me her name.
Like, she's just looking dead at the camera, she's got like, just like a completely different person, then it's like, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that just popped up not too long ago. I got the charger right here. Let's go get that.
Middle school and elementary school, they're both elementary. One's at the academy,
Yeah, we need a smaller table. This ain't gonna work.
Kindergarten second? No, the academy. Yeah, right. So they're doing on the first for kindergarten second. Yeah, and the girls are down here.
I'm sorry. You can make that.
I should defecate all along, right? So, alright, so a guy, a woman.
But I do want to say that, you know, in an investigation, you know, any information is useful. So I'm not saying she was wrong to say that. I'm not saying she was wrong to say that. I'm just kind of pointing out what it seemed like and why she was saying that to me. And also, initially, I was in, I don't know. Initially, I was just saying it because I thought it was funny. How she was like, how she was kind of making fun of mentally ill people looking normal. IDs. Yeah, it's still going.
I said, is your sister here? She stutters. Yes. Take me to your sister, please. Can we wait for my husband to get here? I said, I just need to lay my eyes on your sister to make sure she's okay. She said, I don't want to go to jail. She is in the room in the front. She always tries to fight us, so we have her locked in there for our safety.
They're like brothers.
When I get to the door, when we finally make it to where she's at, it's a door that has a one of those locks that like goes over, and then you can put and it's twisted, so it's in the up position, so it can't come open. And then they have a wire coat hanger through it, twisted around, so nobody can get out. The front door has a key on it, but it's locked. So she untwists it. I see, now I realize it's rust on the doorknob. I thought it was blood.
Done right. Backed for life.
So what? Do they got shitty door locks, or what's going on here?
Life rarely moves in a straight line. AB&B Federal Credit Union is with you at every turn. From getting paid in time for the weekend to sending money in a moment.
What door are we even talking about? Front door?
And then she showed me where the sister's at. She went to the door. I try to open it. As soon as I open it, I see the sister in fetal position and a little like love seat. Skin and bone. I mean, you saw the pictures. And that's immediately when I call for EMS. I call for supervisors. When I'm back there, I hear a car pull up, and I see a man walking quickly. And Twain's in the back room with the girl. So I told her, there's a guy coming up. Other units, please step it up. I already can see he's devastated. So I don't know at what point she got in contact with him, but he showed up, and then Pharrell showed up, took the pictures and all that, and that's when I knew the game plan was we were going to detain him, but I needed more people.
He's not a small guy. Where are they? They're in the cars.
The man is in the back cars, the back of 20 cars. They've not been Mirandized, either one of them. I've only asked them questions pertaining to the yes. He's called. I think he's on the phone with them right now. The kids were not on scene. They're at
What does the rest of the house look like compared to that?
Oh, it's all awful spiderweb everywhere. It's
trash piled up. The kids' room is disgusting. They got to set up bunk beds with
So that's why I was kind of scared to see what the rest of the house looked like. I was like, the other room did look kind of nice, but I guess there's any more than I can see it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it looked trashy, but I mean, the parents' bedroom looked like it was lived in, you know, just because of the TV, but it still looked pretty trashy. The little bit that you could see. That living room looked bad. The bunk bed area where the kids slept looked pretty messed up. Yeah, it was a short glimpse. I was like, oh, that's where the kids sleep. It makes sense to me. Right there, it looked like it was like a den or like a living room. It wasn't even a room. Sheets over the bunk beds and all that shit.
Yeah.
To the
It's
I asked about that. She's so from what she told me, her dad passed away about a year ago, and the sisters say in their possession. That's the way she put it, for them to take care of. The parents used to live at this house. The parents died 9 months apart from each other, and so they stayed in the house. I asked if the sister is been diagnosed with anything, and she said no, she just suffered from seizures. Said is she on any medication?
So
But she has refused to take it for about a year. So she went and got the medication. The medication is expired. I believe Melissa make a comment that it's almost full. That's all I know about the girl that got taken to the hospital.
As Stacy receives the urgent medical attention she's long been denied, detectives can't shake one troubling question. If Jerry and Bobby had no intention of caring for her, why keep her in that home? The truth that follows is as vile as the room she was discovered in.
Tell me about this. I mean, I'm not sure where to begin, to be honest with you. I'm just asking you.
I don't know where to begin with it myself.
Okay, how long have you lived at that house?
Well, we all used to live on that place, church road.
Okay.
And then we moved over there. It's been, I'm trying to remember how long it's been. I know that my youngest was like not even 1 year old yet. So.
Okay.
And she's 8 now.
So 7 years ago was about the time you all moved over
Yeah,
there
right.
with your mom and dad. Okay.
Dad was alive.
Okay. So your mom and dad are deceased now.
See, I ain't never lived with nobody else. So,
Okay.
so I was still living with them.
How old are you today?
Have to take care of them. I'm 31. My, just had a birthday.
32?
Yeah, 32.
Okay.
And I was helping. I always helped take care of my mom and daddy. I tried to help take care of my sister, but
Okay.
everybody just don't understand that she ain't right.
Okay. When you say she's not right, what do you mean?
She don't know how to read. She don't know how to write. She don't know.
And this is Stacy.
Yes, she don't know how to give herself a bath.
Okay.
She can feed herself.
Okay.
Because I feed her every day. She can feed herself.
Okay.
But she don't even know how to turn on TV on. And I was trying to go in there and turn the TV on for her as much as I could. And she would mess it up all the time. And I can only take so much. I got other stuff to help take care of my kids, the cooking, and all that.
Right.
I mean, she would aggravate me all the time, like cut the TV on, cut the TV on, cut the TV on.
So is she able to communicate? She's able to talk to you? Okay.
She can talk, but some of her stuff she had imaginary people that she talked to and all.
I got you. Yes, I got you.
It's one of them situations.
Okay.
I mean, my mama could do everything for her. Take her to the bathroom.
Because, I mean, it's just like, when her mama and daddy died,
right.
We was already living there.
Okay.
So when her mama died, me and my wife had plans to move out before her mama died. Then her mama died, then we couldn't move out. Because we were staying there with her daddy. Then her daddy died, then we was stuck with her, stuck with the funeral. Everybody at the funeral said, oh, y'all gonna take care of it.
Okay.
She want to drink, she didn't want to do nothing.
Okay. Did you ever think about calling somebody to help you with
really
this?
feel sorry for them, but like that's
We don't know how to get, you know, we
you
don't
shoulda
got no
got
other
her
family
out.
that's gonna help us at all. I mean, all we got is his daddy. His daddy.
That's
he
a
didn't
really
know how to
serious
go about it either,
situation.
so-
Right. Did you think about calling like Adult Protective
Right,
Services
bro.
or
You shoulda called some
DFACS?
services.
Yes, but like I said, I didn't want our kids to get took away just for that.
I got you. So you didn't call the
Well,
state
she was
agency because you were
scared
afraid
that
they may
she's
come
gonna
in.
do some kids as well with
Not a
that.
Before
good.
it
That's
got
not a
too
good
bad or
excuse.
whatever,
Okay.
I tried to call the nurse home in the place, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but they said that I would have to be her legal guardian or something.
Okay.
And
So there was never any paperwork drawn up. There was no. You didn't go to probate court and be assigned her guardian or nothing like
the only
that.
thing I had over was her check, but it was have to pay the rent
Okay.
and buy food.
So how were you put over her financial responsibility? How were you put in charge of that?
Well, I called to see if I could get that done because I figured, since I'm trying to take care of her, I mean, they could buy her food and stuff that she needed.
Okay.
No.
So you called where? Did you call the Social Security office?
Live with his daddy down in Dover.
Right.
Just so our kids and us will have, I mean, our health ain't been good in that house because we've been sick a lot because the house got holes through it.
I got you.
It's terrible.
So you can admit that she's probably not been properly taken care of under your care. Is that fair to say?
Well, it makes me sound bad. I ain't agreeing for nothing like that.
Do what now?
I fed her.
Okay.
Like I said, I tell her to come and get the bath. She won't go get one. What am I supposed to do? I ain't gonna sit there and beat nobody.
The way, so I haven't seen the video, but a video, I guess, of her dad, I guess, Mr. Gunter. I think there's a video that some of my partners have seen where it shows Stacy walking around and looks, pretty healthy, but when I showed them the pictures that I've taken of her today, they're like, she's lost half her body weight.
I need to know that they.
So that's part of what I'm trying to understand is how does that piece of it happen? Because obviously,
not purpose, but they did it on
it screams a neglect it screams a neglect issue, not kind of issue. It does it. It screams a neglect issue. I mean, I don't know how you go from, if she only weighs 80 pounds today, if she was 160 a year ago, how did she lose 80 pounds? But if she's locked in that room with the coat hanger, with the wire hanger through the lock, how does she get to the refrigerator to eat?
I'll send in Iron Man running the 10 rings.
Yeah, this is
What
more
if
and more
the
looking
kingpin of crime
really bad.
had Captain?
It really is.
When you paint
You
it
take
out,
it to her. Okay.
it just makes it look awful. But that's why I get upset because I just think that.
So the other door that's got the cord tied to
I
it.
just need to know. I need to see.
So where does she use the bathroom?
Some sort of like.
She won't go to the bathroom
Evil
anyways.
intent.
I tried to take her. She won't go.
Okay.
She's not a person that's going to walk to the bathroom by herself.
Because right
She
now
wasn't born
they
in
just
she never
seem
did since she was
selfish,
born.
ignorant.
So where does she use the bathroom at?
Heck, I don't know.
Just wherever she uses it?
I guess, like I said, I didn't go in there that much because she did try to jump on me one time in front of my kid.
Okay.
So, that's why.
Like right now, I'm just seeing like neglect. Like neglect. I'm not necessarily
So you're home all day long?
Yeah.
So if she needs something, she can call out to you or...
And I give her something to drink and eat.
Right. How many times a day do you give her something to eat and drink?
Maybe twice.
Maybe twice?
But she don't call me that much. She's in there here talking to her imaginary boyfriends and stuff.
Right.
I don't go in there much.
Right. When's the last time you actually laid eyes on your sister? Other than today when the police were there and the medics were
I
there.
didn't look at her.
You didn't see her today?
I don't want to.
Why is
I know
that?
she's skinny. I seen her the other day. I see her from time to time.
Okay.
But she don't ever try to talk to me.
So do you see her like every couple days? Or do you see her every day? Or do you see her once a week?
Probably every couple of days.
Every couple of days?
I see her. But she's always wanting to stay in that room.
Right.
If she won't come out and I put her food in there.
So if you see her every couple of days, how do you put her food in there?
We got a heater right here in the living room.
Okay.
And I set the food and drink on it. And she would sneak out that bedroom and get it.
So you go into one room and set her food down on the living room.
Yes. And she'd come out and get it.
And then she'll come out of her bedroom
and
get
then sometimes right here lately, it's been kind of scary, but that's why I had seriously getting ready to call somebody.
Yeah.
She would go banging on the doors and start cussing at me.
What was she saying when she was cussing at you?
She told me to get out of the house.
Oh. So if Stacy doesn't come out of her room to eat or to get dinner from the kitchen table, how does she not eat then, or how does that?
She wait open up the door and we call her to tell her to come and get her food, so she comes and gets her food.
Okay.
And she takes her back to her room.
Okay. Is there any other any other mechanism for her to get her food if she doesn't come to the table?
We'll go in there and give it to her.
You'll go and give it to her. Okay. Your wife tells me there's like a heater or something in the living room that y'all set it on and say, hey, your food's out here, come get that.
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
And as Bobby continues recounting incidents from her childhood, her deep-rooted bias against Stacy becomes unmistakably clear.
But you're functional other than being depressed and having some anxiety issue. You know what I mean? So I understand where she gets some extra care that maybe you don't, or some extra attention that you don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's got to be tough for you to kind of handle sometimes. I mean, I get it. You know.
Really hard, especially knowing that. Pretty much from my mom and dad both her more than me.
Yeah.
It kind of hurts when I'm thinking right now, what her looking the way she does. My daddy probably hates me for it, or blaming me for it. And he, I mean, you probably think I'm crazy to think like that.
No, just listen. Yeah. I mean, I get it. You know, if I understand the position you're describing. I've never met your dad, so I don't know if he cared more for her than you.
I just want her to be able to be around people like her.
Right. When's the last time you actually laid eyes on her to be able to make a somewhat of an assessment that says, hey, this room stinks, or she's not.
Mm-hmm. It's been messed up at work because I've been stressed out at work.
Mm-hmm.
Been stressed out at home. Worried about stuff.
Right.
Worried about dating. Worried about money. Just worried about everything.
Look, I get it, yeah.
And I was going to answer here sometime.
Right.
I mean, I don't even know what you look like today.
As the detective exposes the full impact of Stacy's neglect, Jerry and Bobby respond with a reaction that couldn't be more divided.
On her chest, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's truly, I don't know if it's feces, if it's food. Here's her hands, okay? Here's her fingernails. And all this. You know, it's on her abdomen. You notice anything else about this picture? What's this right here? Isn't that right there? Yeah.
Why is she so skinny? I feed her every day.
That's my point. Why is she so skinny if you feed her every day?
I am feeding her every day.
That's her pelvic girdle.
I don't know why she's that skinny.
There's bruises.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, this sticker might just be to the point of evil.
Down here, there's brown mass or something. I don't know if it's feces. I don't know if I can just tell you that.
The Mo Value Meal. More choices, big value. All for $9.95.
SoberLink is a tool that my attorney recommended to me as we started our divorce process.
Not normal, whatever it is. These are her fingernails. You know.
That's right. Cut them before too.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Feces. So she's using the bathroom somewhere. Y'all didn't smell anything?
Well, it does smell a little bit.
No,
you know, now here's the other side of her knee, all bruised up.
Yeah, no.
So her body's breaking down. Whatever. I mean,
not like
somebody was going in that room and checking on her to make sure that she was. You can't tell me. You can't convince me that you were in this room, going in her room, and looking in on her. But remember, you said you put on a heater in one room, and she was in another room. And yes, the food might be missing, but you don't know what she did with it. It might be still.
I thought she was actually hungry and eating it.
Understand? So that's what I'm saying. Nobody was going in that room, in your dad's bedroom, in her room, and checking where she, you know, what the conditions were.
No, because I'm so scared now.
These are all sores describe that picture of her laying on her back on that hospital treatment bed, to me she looks like a breathing corpse. I've seen people who have died that are in better physical condition than she is. I'm trying to understand how and why she got in that condition if you all were her caregivers.
I didn't sign a favor saying I was a caregiver.
Oh, you signed up for the money.
I just said that I was trying to help take care of her. I didn't mean for her to look like that.
Understand.
I can't sit there and wave her hand and foot like mom and daddy.
I mean, if you picture some old history pictures of like the concentration camps of the Jews and stuff, it's kind of what I'm seeing here, except it's in color, and I've seen it with my eyes rather than through black and white photos. This is her hair all matted. We had, I say we, the nursing staff, cut all this out. These are legs. One of the things that stands out to me is how big the kneecaps are and how skinny the lower part of the thigh is. I mean, it just, she's got some abrasions on her feet, skin's peeling on her feet.
It's all went down,
yeah. So
I mean, it went downhill for me, it went downhill for my wife.
Right.
It's not all my kids.
So Bobby was the glue that held the family together. Makes you wonder how he did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love my father.
What would you think? What would you think about now if you were to see it now?
It's like this. Really pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
But in saying that, you didn't make any of those phone calls to get somebody to take care of her. Instead, you let her deteriorate to the condition she's in now. And in our own conversation, you talked about how your dad loves her more than he loved you.
I should have made the phone call when I did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I got you.
I didn't make the phone call. I know I should have.
So how do we fix this?
Because I love her. I really do love my sister. There ain't nothing like that against her because I didn't love her more.
Well, I'll throw this out there to you.
One mom and daddy's gone now.
If you love her as you say you do, that's a strange way to show you love her. You know what I mean? Can you agree with that?
Yes, sir. I said no.
I mean, saying the words is one thing. I love my mother, and I still do.
Right.
And as my mom was deteriorating in her life,
break into some sort of evil sort of
I ran
thing,
home
or it's
several
just gonna
times.
end up,
her check the things are so tight.
interrogation. It's all, well, you gotta wrestle for me back.
Let's get somebody else. I told her that repeatedly.
Told that your wife?
This day was
We're gonna find more bodies. We're gonna find out that they threw two kind of things. Defecating on herself in the room for the past 2 years. You know that. I want to know what was in the other room that was all tied down.
While Bobby and Jerry have no explanation for how Stacy reached such a deplorable state, there's one question the detective refuses to let go of. Why? If Bobby despised caring for her sister so deeply, why did she never push to get Stacy real help elsewhere?
So, what kind of money do you pay for rent at that house that you're in?
$350.
$350 for rent. And what's the utility bill?
It depends on the lights and all.
I understand. Just what do you think on average?
This month was like $150.
150. So, anywhere between 150 and, is that a good month? Is that a high month or is that a low month?
That's just pretty good.
Pretty average, pretty good month. So what's the most it's ever been?
It could run almost $400 in that house.
Okay.
Especially when it's real cold, you gotta
What's your food? How much do you spend on food a month, do you think?
Like, we mainly just do that weekly, right? We get paid, we don't get food stamps and that.
Okay. So you didn't get no food stamps, no SNAP, no nothing like that?
Just about $100 a week.
About 100 a week. So that's 400 a month.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Maybe a little more here and there, you know how kids eat. So.
Sure. So what would you say? Would you say 400 to 600? Is that about right? Or okay. And what? So your husband's been at TNS for 6 years.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. And you don't work, so I know that's got to be strapping for you too. What kind of money does he bring home a month? For every 2 weeks.
He brings it home every week. It's according to how many hours he works.
Okay.
Last week he didn't get work at all. He had classes.
So he's hourly. He gets paid by the hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
What's he get? How much does he get paid an hour?
$17.
17. That's pretty good money, isn't it?
Not that to get a house these days, though.
It doesn't do what now?
Not to move out these days. It's high.
Well, no. Look, I get it. Housing's gone way out of sight, without a doubt. And so, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to understand what kind of money y'all have coming in versus what you got going out. And are we really continually going underwater? And how does that apply to your sister's caretaking? So what does she get for disability? How much does she get?
9 something.
9 something. And that's a month. So
She looks like
on a good week, or on a
she knows she's fucked. She knows it.
So does your husband normally work 40 hours a week? If he works all week? So that's 40 times 4, that's 160 hours.
You're looking at her lips. She's fucked.
So that's about $27.20 a month.
He gets all that insurance took out and all.
Oh sure, yeah. There's all, and that's
It's $150 a week took out
right.
Just for insurance on that.
For you're talking about like medical and dental insurance for you all.
$150 a week.
Well, that's pretty good.
That ain't even a month though. I mean, I heard doing insurance a month, but a week.
Well, you can figure that out for the month. If it's $150 a week, that's $600 for the month. So I mean, it equates to be the same. So her money was being used for her care, her food,
Rent.
obviously for part of the rent, part of the lights, and
Stuff like that,
yeah, her medicines. So my point being to you is we all have different challenges, but that's unacceptable.
Highly unacceptable.
This care and treatment, when you all decided that you weren't able to take care of her, you needed to make that call then.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
then
said.
the question is, why didn't you?
I said I'm scared and I didn't want my own kids to get taken away because the way stuff looked in the house. I didn't told you this over and over. I don't know what else to say.
Didn't have anything to do with the check she was bringing in every month. I mean, that's $1,000 a month.
I didn't want her money. The only reason I signed up for it because when my dad died, he told me to do it.
Right.
And while Bobby fiercely denies it, authorities believe this may be the very reason she kept Stacy in her home. After all they had done, Bobby and Jerry only had this to say.
She's a 32-year-old woman in a 5-year-old body. She really doesn't know I need to eat. She really doesn't know
I guess the
I
point
need to go to
is,
the bathroom.
I signed up for more than I can handle. Because my husband's trying to help, but like I said, he works. And I'm trying to take care of the kids, and they going to school, and the school wants us to do this, do that. I mean, I really didn't have time for her, I guess that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
So she's doing a
little better.
Well, I mean, I don't know. When I left, she had, they had given her a sponge bath and, got a nasty shirt off her that she was wearing and that kind of thing, cut that big mat out of her head. So I'm sure they're going to run a bunch of exams or, tests on her, that kind of thing. But, it's just, it is what it is. It's where we're at. So
I'm happy she's finally got help.
In January 2024, a Baldwin County grand jury indicted Bobby and Jerry Barber on 2 counts of exploiting and intimidating a disabled adult or elder, 2 counts of neglect, and 1 count of false imprisonment. As of the time of making this video, details of their sentencing remain unknown, and there have been no updates on Stacy or the couple's children.
Devastating.
What do you haven't seen the sun in days.
That was
So
a
at this
whole
point, it'd
fucked
be
up
easier to just
situation that woman had to deal with.
Go on, book it. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this will definitely be
Okay now, belt foot down, turn it around.
I don't know how much people
Not sure how. Okay now.
This is nothing weird to see Mike beyond me understanding. As a lawyer commercial.
That was a lawyer?
You don't get it.
Factor.
I don't.
It's women are supposed to get pregnant in their 20s. They're not because they go to college and.
What? We did almost 3 hours.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not bad, dude. 0 viewers, but that's okay. It's only the first time. I'm really tired. Yeah, she no viewers. Let's see. Oh yeah, it doesn't sound too bad.
0 viewers.
One watching. That's me. It's me. I'm watching.
You're watching.
Yeah, I say not too bad. Not too bad. Well, we can come do this again tomorrow.
Okay.
Alright. That sounds good to me. Well, any closing statements?
Yeah, those were some fucked up situations those people were in.
Which ones?
Well, that 32-year-old lady for sure. And then the killings?
The killings.
In the last video?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was...
The dude got stabbed up, didn't
30-something time? 33, I think they said?
he?
Like, what the fuck?
Thought it was a wife. Totally wrong.
I thought it might have been a group effort.
No, that's why we live and we learn. We learn these lessons. Yeah, I don't have any closing statements. That was great. I'm happy we did this.
Don't murder.
Don't murder.
Murder is bad. Okay?
That's a good it's a theme to go out on. That's a good way to end this first.
They take care of your loved ones. Don't let them go looking like that. A breeding corpse, that cop said.
I don't think she loved her.
Huh?
I don't think she loved her.
That's why I said love your your
You
family.
said take care of your loved ones.
Take care of your loved ones.
I don't think she loved her.
Yeah, she probably didn't love
You really
Take
just try
care
to
of your family.
switch what you said on the fly like I wouldn't notice.
Shit, man.
You really tried that. You're just no. I said
Oh wait,
whatever the fuck I said.
Oh wait, he was right there. Of course he knows what I said.
Murder is bad.
Murder is definitely
Take care of your
bad.
family.
It's wrong, for sure. Yeah. I guess what I have to say is those were some pretty informative videos. Pretty informative. Not top informative, but not too low. Just the squeeze just in there. Just in there as far as informative. I don't know what we'll do next time. Maybe watch some other stuff. You know, who knows, video games or something. My final remarks.
You can switch it to just the camera view, right?
Just the way.
It's like somewhere over here.
Oh yeah, so it's just showing the camera.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I would, but I'm about to close it out, so I guess.
Fuck it. Okay.
I guess I didn't care.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Say bye, Mike.
Adios.
Bye. We'll catch you next time on We Have Not Named This Shit Yet.
This shit ain't been named.
Come back next time. We'll name it, maybe. I don't know. We'll probably just watch more shit. I'm tired. I don't know.